All right, welcome back, everybody. We're going to be continuing our Civ4 game. This has been going on for quite a while now, but we're continuing it. Welcome if you're just tuning in on YouTube. Great to have you here, those of you here that are actually watching the live stream. I'm going to try not to go as long today as I did. Last week's session went on and on and on because I was trying to finish the conquest of France. I'm hoping this will be just like more of a chill stream where like we try to like rebuild and like don't have to worry about that much. So I'm not planning on running for quite as long today. I do not think that we're going to get close to finishing the game today as well. But we have a lot of stuff coming up, right? We're finished assembly line. We're going to get out from war weariness. We're literally spending half our budget on the culture slider here. We have a lot of rebuilding to do because I think we captured about 25 cities from France. And then we're going to see where we go from there. Right now, Czar is trying to do a cultural victory, but like his culture is increasing so slowly over the course of the whole war with France, which I think lasted for about 25 to 30 turns. He gained like 2,500 culture. He was at 11,000, and now he's like almost at 14,000. I mean, that's he's only gaining like 200 culture per turn or something like that. Actually, I think it's even less. I think he's at like 150 culture per turn. So the odds that he can get to 50,000 are really, really low. What I'm going to do is I'm going to industrialize. I'm going to build the factories and coal plants. We'll build the factories, coal plants. We'll try to get railroad. Although we might do electricity first because we have a lot of water mills. But we'll industrialize, and then we'll decide if it makes more sense to try to race to space, which it might, or if we need to try to run over somebody. Because we're going to be... The problem is, like, we're still only going to be at like 40% land area after this conquest finishes. We'll probably be at like 43%. Like, we'd still need another 20% land area. We'd basically have to take all of Zara's cities to win by domination. I just don't know if I want to do that. I really don't know that I want to do that. Anyway, let's so we captured a bunch of these cities. Let's take pair off a couple rifles, send them to the cities we took, and then the rest of these units I want to put my army, we'll put it over here. We can put it in like trickle down. So I'll start sending the rest of my units over there and head them in that direction. The airships I'm just going to put to sleep for right now because I don't really need the airships. All right. So these workers, we need to bring irrigation down here. All right, we have a farm that is not, oh man, I can farm this tile as soon as Marseille pops its borders. I can actually build the farms to come down here right now, even though because I have biology, which means you can build farms without irrigation. So we'll start building the farms, we'll spread them down here, and then as soon as Marseille comes out of resistance, we'll add that there. Oh, we already spread religion in here. Then you can go over here. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the. If I get into another conflict, I can always wake up the airships. But otherwise, all right, you staying out here. Again, we're not going to need fast healing. So what was I? I was sending them all to trickle down, I think. So you can head off there as well. And all right, here we got farms down. We're definitely going to need more tile improvements along this river. So how about you guys just head up in that direction for right now? And I'll sort it out when you get up there. We're also going to need to build a lot of railroads soon, too. Okay, you also got to trickle down. You guys also. Once we're not moving a billion military units around, this will get easier. All right, we built the forge there. Or the rail, was it the watermill? Ah, and we can't do a watermill on this tile because we already did one on this tile. So what else do we need in this area? Again, once we no longer have 8 unhappy faces from war weariness, this will be a lot easier. We can go back to, we can start working these tiles. I'm not sure if there's anything more we can really do here. How about cooked goose? I don't know if there's much more we need to do here either. This actually looks pretty solid overall. This is going to be able to grow like a weed as soon as we're out from under this war weariness. How about up here? Not much we can do in the tundra. You guys just come up in this direction too. We'll figure something out. Well, so like the thing is, we're like run over Zara, assert dominance. I mean, yeah, we will be able to do that because our tech is advancing beyond what his tech has. The problem is, I don't really want to spend like 8 to 9 hours running over Zara or however long it's gonna take. Like I just don't want to do that. I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours trying to run over someone when, like, if I can win the game by running over Zara, but it takes 6 hours, and I could win the spaceship in 2 hours, I'm gonna go for the spaceship in 2 hours. Like, just because I don't want it to take forever. I just don't. Like, the game does exist in the real world here. Why are you running a spy specialist? Okay. So that's a mature cottage there. And we can't. Okay. We can watermill this tile though. Poor Rems is starving. Also fire the spy specialist. And it's not going to cut an irrigation. Well, actually, we kind of need... We know what we can do. We can farm this tile. And then we can turn that into a watermill. Late game wars tend to be kind of slow. All right, we have 1 billion workers here. Now, I'm not going to delete these workers because... wow, this poor Schlieffen plan. Look at this city. This poor little town here. You know what we can do? We can actually farm... Oh, wait, no, you can't farm... You can only farm tundra tiles if they're next to fresh water. I was going to say, I wish I could farm this tile, but I cannot. Also, it says I'm working that tile, even though I'm not working that tile, so I don't know about that. Oh, we actually do want the granary to be built first. Is someone... Wait, who's using this sheep tile? Let's work that tile. The city needs that desperately. How about Avignon? Is there anything we can do here? This city needs food. We really need at least another... We need like another farm or something here. Can we get irrigation? No, we can't get irrigation here. Look, these plains tiles are completely cut off from any source of fresh water. So no, we can't farm any of these tiles, unfortunately. I'd rather have this mature into a cottage as well. So yeah, not much we can do at that city. All right, you already have a rifle there, so you come here. All right. It's probably electricity road, and then it might just be tech to space. I agree. All right, so all that war weirdness is going to disappear. Someone is apparently still spying on us. Great quote, by the way. All right. So, yeah, I think we'll just do electricity next. I would actually like to build Broadway because happiness is in such short supply on this map. Extra +1 happiness would be pretty nice. And then we have a lot of we're building a lot of water mills. Then we'll go for railroad after that. And then after that, we'll see. All right. So everybody's going to do factories. I actually have a number of cities on wealth that I'm going to have to swap over. Yeah, everybody just does the fact. Look at Airship Central. This is a nice city. A lot of production here. This could be a good place to build spaceship parts down the road. Yeah, okay. Again, the problem with having 1 billion cities is it takes a long time to manage everything. That's why I tend to play on smaller maps than this, as I've said before. All right. 6 turns. Okay. We'll run this. All right. Now, are any of our cities unhappy? Nope. All right. So as I said, there are some cities that were on wealth. And I need levies in a lot of these cities too. All right. Well, like look at a town like this. Again, universal suffrage plus. Do I have the levy done here? I think I do. Yep. Universal suffrage plus the levy. Look at this. 19 base production. It can't grow any further, but like that is pretty good use of a city that is like the terrain here is so bad. So bad. Look at the value we got out of this place. That's awesome. So it is cool to play on a big map like once in a while, but oh, I should farm this tile. This is, yeah, let's get somebody to Jewel Lake and we want to farm this tile. Because that's worth 3 food, and that's better than I can actually farm all of these for 3 food. Like that's not good, but it's better. It'll let the city grow to a larger size. Okay. Since I don't have any particular goal in mind for you guys, why don't you come down to Jewel Lake? Where is Jewel Lake? Here we go. It's further down here. Jewel Lake. All right. I'll send you down this way. All right, another Buddhist missionary. I'm just going to send you to the closest spot that doesn't have Buddhism. Here, Schlieffenplan. All the cities count the same. You guys go to sleep. Wait, I just sent another person to Schlieffenplan. Oh, well, that's fine. Yeah, you can see, like, on this map, you can see how few luxuries there are, right? There's very, very few. So the wonders that give extra happiness are pretty important on a map like this. Now, long term, we'd also like to get out of nationhood. We really do want to get into free speech. But, I mean, it's not worth it to take 2 turns. Hopefully we can get one more golden age. We have 2 out of 3 great people saved up here. We have a scientist and... we might as well burn the scientist for electricity because we're not going to get 2 more golden ages. And an academy or a great person super specialist doesn't make sense yet. I guess we'll burn this in another turn or two. Because we'll grow another pop point or so in that time span. You do get beakers based on your population. It's for a great scientist, it's base 1500, and then it's I think 3 more beakers for every pop point that you have. Okay, so we spread the irrigation there. Oh, we can't. That's right. We're gonna watermill this tile here, and then we can watermill these workshops. It's better to do a watermill than a workshop. Rems, you came out of resistance. By the way, we have a lot of cities open for renaming. If anyone has a city they want to name, let me know. Because we have tons of cities. Like, we have everything from Brandenburg to, like, all of France's core is open for renaming. We're talking terrain improvements. How late is too late to build new cottages? Part of that depends on, if you have emancipation, you can actually build them quite late. It only takes 35 turns to completely grow with emancipation. So you can actually do them relatively quickly. But you still do need, like, if you're going to launch the spaceship in 20 turns, obviously it's pointless. So there is a certain amount of time you need, but it's not as long as you might think. Now it takes 70 turns to grow without emancipation. But yeah, it's the length of time to pay back is typically long enough for like something to grow. All right, so okay, so we need a farm on we're gonna need to farm one of these tiles. So we farm this tile to spread irrigation here, and then we'll watermill that tile, and then we'll watermill both of these tiles. So we need to farm this one because we want to spread irrigation there. And then when the borders pop next turn, we can watermill that tile. We have an awful lot of workers here. Can you do Edge of the World at Paris? Like, do you mean naming that Edge of the World? I might be misunderstanding. All right, yeah, then you can get that next turn. I'll just keep you there. All right, Schlieffenplan. Oh, there's a Did that get pillaged during the fighting or something? Let's fix that though. Yeah, name it Edge of the World. Sure, sounds good. Poor Chartres. This is really, really sad terrain over here. We actually need the borders to... Oh, I need a defender in here. I don't want to have a barbarian spawn and walk into that city. I actually like on the edge a little bit more, I think. I thought I had assigned a rifle to go stand in there. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, I have extra rifles here, so one of them can go up there. Okay, well, that's it. These turns do get faster. These turns definitely get faster when I'm not moving a billion units around. So again, if you're watching, we're at 13,995. That's basically 14K. Oh, did I remember to go through and change all the cities that were on wealth? I don't know if I remember to change them all. Oops, okay, I did not need another cap there, but whatever. Everybody's just going to do factors. Also, what the heck is going on here? All right, I need to go through all my cities. I need to go through all the cities and check to make sure. So, like, look how low the happiness cap is in these cities. It's because there's just no happiness resources on this map. Like, there just aren't any to speak of. Like, we have another happy resource there that we can grow on. We have 34 food per turn. I mean, there's no way we can support. Maybe we can do. This city has so much food. Maybe we can do Globe Theater here. Yeah, I mean, we can do Globe Theater here because this city has tons of food. Hangy. But yeah, like we need to increase that happiness cap. Oh wait, what the? How do you have? Oh, it's a former. Wait, what the? It's a barb city. It has unhappiness from being a barbarian city. Are you kidding me? What in the world? Okay. What in the world? Yeah, but like the happiness cap is like what, around 12? And that's with the you know what we might need to do? This sounds ridiculous. We might need to stay in nationhood for the +2 from barracks. As ridiculous as that sounds, we might actually need that. Anyway. Alright, I think I had some more cities on wealth that I forgot. Yeah, let's just cycle through my cities real fast. They long for longbow protection. I thought I had a defender in every city. Anyway, Zara is still at war with Wang Khan. So far, one city's been captured. This one here, Incheon. I missed the archery competitions. Okay, let's make sure cities are doing what they should be doing. That looks good there. Why are you so happy? Some buildings are... Oh, okay, so it's not quite as bad. I have... If I have the market... Oh, I have like the market and... I can... Like the Coliseum gives +1 happiness. I can build... So what do I have? Oh, the barracks gives happiness. Right, because I'm in nationhood. The temple... Did I build a Coliseum here? Anyway, maybe I did. Okay, yeah. Hidden Valley. You're also happy. Okay, you can get to 14. But yeah, I think we're going to have to build the late game happiness wonders. All right, yeah, you got the levee. You're going to need to build your infrastructure. Look at all these great generals. We have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 great generals here. Factory. I don't know if it's really worthwhile in Best Boreal Boy, but I guess we'll try. I can also farm around the lake. I can farm... These can be 3 food tiles. And then that opens up another windmill. Actually, no, this one can be farmed as well. These are all next to a lake tile, so they can be farmed. Okay, we got some work to do at Best Boreal Boy, too. Biology does unlock a little bit more room for action there. All right, you'll finish the... There you go. All right, what is this? What is this nonsense? Hopefully this... We do not want this city... If this city starts looking like it's going to flip, we can stuff a bunch of units in it so it doesn't flip on us. What is this game? Seriously, no. Just no. This city is probably about capped out here. I don't know that it can really grow much further. The terrain is really weak there. That's probably fine. Draftsburg. Yeah, I can't really do anything else tile-wise here. So we might as well... like a scientist specialist, I guess. All right. Same thing here. These cities are also pretty much capped out. I mean, I can build like the temple for +1. Build the temples actually might be helpful here, as wild as that sounds. Just put you on scientist at Winna. All right, and yeah, I can farm like this lake tile too. Although I don't know that I really need to grow much more there. Panama. Wow, the AI loves these spy specialists. I swear, it just absolutely loves the spy specialists. Oh my god, the spy specialist. Why? Although, sadly, that actually is the best. Sadly, that actually is the best tile. I can't work something better here. That's sad. I could rush by the forge, but I don't want to spend... It's not worth spending the money. Okay. Yeah, Airship Central is a good city. We'll get the factories up. Theater here. True poverty points. I would not have founded this city, but the AI founded it and I captured it, so. This city has a lot of food. We're going to need to get some happiness stuff in here. We actually already have... Wait, why are you unhappy? Oh, that's the Barb City. Okay, of course. I'd much rather have the engineer, or the scientist here. Forge. Okay. We just started... I can definitely name a city to Lima. Here, this one's... There you go. We're just getting started here. We're trying to go through... Wait. I'd actually like to work this tile here. I want that mature cottage being where fully mature town being worked. All right. And then here we're gonna farm these tiles here. Erm has more food than it needs, but that's because Erm is running an irrigation line. So unfortunately, I have to keep all these farms, even though again this is more food than the city actually needs. Okay, yeah, you're about to finish the forge again. Give me the cottage. You're just growing on the lake tiles. So many cities to manage. Yeah. Actually, this lets you grow in one turn. God, it takes so long to go through every city. This is absurd. All right, and then the rest of them are in resistance. I will need health builds to counter factory on health. That's true. Okay. Deer space. Let's get... Oh, that's right. We we had the stupid sheep tile get pillaged. That means we might as well work this tile. It's one less production, but gets us more commerce. Okay, over here. So Rem's popped its borders. So we're gonna do watermill up here. And how much more do we need? We'll burn it next turn. Okay. You hang out in there. Okay. And then this as well. We need Marseille to come out of resistance there. There we go. That looks good. Also, you should probably have this tile. Wow, Rennes has a lot of food too. We can give this deer over to Orleans. You can already feel the barbarians spawning in the darkness around on the edge. Alright, well we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 great general military instructors. That's 14 XP for new units. Secrets of Physics. What the heck? Somebody stole physics. I don't really care that much at this point, but okay. Yeah, now that we can build a harbor for more health here, for +1 health. I also should see if I can trade, if there's any other happiness resources I can trade for. It is ridiculous I have this much of the map, but I only have 3 happiness resources. But that's just this kind of map. Anyway, everybody's just building their factories right now. How much production do you have? Alright, that's okay. Alright, granary, forge. Alrighty. So while we're here, we'll put a windmill up. Alright. So you see, we actually got like an extra, I don't know how many beakers. We were at like 2690 something last turn. So we gained like another 20 something beakers by waiting an extra turn. But I'll just burn it this turn so we can... Alright, I could have waited probably one more turn, but... Anyway, this way we'll get the full value. Alright, right. Schlieffenplan already has Buddhism. Who's still missing Buddhism? Well, oh, Good Neighbor doesn't have it. No, we have this one. Oh, and also is missing. I like these narrow little holes in our territory. Alright, Orleans will come out of resistance next turn. Yeah, we have a bunch of cities getting ready to pop, so you guys can just chill here for a turn, and then we can pop out as soon as they're out of resistance. Alright. Greek General Medic got over there first. It actually would let me lumber mill the camp here. I would lose the camp, but I could lumber mill if I wanted to. That's pretty funny. Alright, does anybody have a happiness resource that could trade me? Don't I have furs? So what resources do I have? Yeah, furs, gems, so I have furs, gems, silver. He doesn't have anything that I don't already have. He has. I have 75 deer tiles, you guys. 75 deer tiles. He has 20. Yeah, no, nobody has nothing. They don't have anything that I don't already have. In fact, their resource situation is much bleaker than mine. So now there's no way to trade for more happiness. Let me just look on the map and see if there's like any luxuries I'm somehow missing. There's all those gems. There's the ones. I mean, thank goodness I have the silver. That's +2 happiness. Also, apparently I missed shock abate somehow. In terms of the wealth build. Without that silver, it'd actually be even worse. Wait, do I not have, am I trading for furs? I think I'm actually trading for furs. There's active. Yeah, I'm actually trading for furs with Wang Khan, so okay. That's how bleak the resource situation is. I don't even have furs with all my territory. Yeah, that's it. There's furs and silver and gems. That's it. There are no other luxuries on this map. Wow. Only to get more resource happiness is if gold pops from a mine. Yeah, which it could, but the odds of that are not great. Yeah, geez, what a bleak map. I mean, look at this part of the map here. This is freaking bleak, man. This is a bleak stretch. No rivers, no water, all tundra with just a spotting of plains. I mean, the worst part of the map is right here. We know, right? This is the bleakest part of the map here. Just an absolutely massive ice field. If I turn off resources and I turn off just the bare map mode, you can see it is a massive field of ice. There's no other ice field that's quite this bad, although this part of the map's pretty vicious too. I think I spawned in the worst part of the map. I really do. Like, forget grassland tiles. There's one grassland tile here. I have a tiny stretch of plains tiles, and I don't even have plains tiles. It's all tundra. Every single tile is tundra or ice. Like, I had to make do with this. It's a river running through the tundra, and like that was my best terrain when I started out. I had this river, and then I had this river, and it was all ice and tundra. And then I got up here, and there's like some actual plains tiles. Like, this starting position is absurdly bleak. Granted, the AI also has some bad terrain, but like, look at Zara's core here. Where's his capital? Down here. Like, okay, it's not good, but like in comparison to what I have, he's got rivers everywhere. He has plains tiles, even has a few grassland tiles here. Like, it's a lot better. And then some of the other AIs have kind of a weak setup here too. Angie. All right, well, Angie got a little bit less angry, so that's good. It'll grow. Wow, 35 food. Oh, that's right. We're gonna do Globe Theater here because it's gonna. I mean, it has 35 food at the moment. We'll do Globe Theater. Where's this? Okay, Erm's gonna need more happiness as well, but the factory, of course, will help it build. We actually need to. Yeah, we spread Buddhism in here. I think I have a missionary headed for this city because I actually need it for the happiness. All right, Orleans. You pop the borders, and then. All right. So what do we need here? You can't. Well, you're. If I can get one more food in you somehow. There we go. If by working that tile, I can avoid having you starve. And then let's see. That's a mature cottage. We don't want to tear that down. We can. That already has. We can watermill that. It has a workshop on it right now. We can watermill this tile. Okay. There we go. So that means I can give poor Schlieffenplan this farm back, which it does need quite badly. All right, so this city, then we'll pop the second ring, and then we'll be able to improve some of those other tiles. Okay. Marseille is still a couple turns away from popping borders. I mean, I guess we can put a lumber mill in this tile. I don't think we have enough to work it. All right, there we go. That increases the happiness by a little bit, which it's going to need. All right. Otherwise, we had Orleans, Pop Orders, Streamer's Luck. What? There's no defender here either. What the heck? Did I forget to put a rifle there? And must have. Well, I have some extra rifles in some of these. There's 2 rifles in here. You can come over there. Streamer's Luck. Okay. Somehow I missed that. Yeah, this is going to lose a pop point. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Oh, I could. Can I farm this tile? No, it's too low on food. We just need to pop the borders. Yeah, there's too many tiles it needs that are out in like the second ring. So that'll pop its borders, and then we're still a couple turns away from the others. Okay. You guys just come over here and chill for this turn. All right. Meanwhile, down here. We're coming here to Jewel Lake. Farm this. We'll destroy the hamlet, but it was immature. We need the food here. Okay. So now we can work that. We're going to farm both of these tiles here, and then we'll... Let's see. So this puts us to +3, +4, +5, +6. We can actually work... We can get +6 food, and then that allows us to work these tiles. We can farm that one too. We can like... Actually might not even want to turn all of these into farms, but we can turn some of them. Some of them could be lumber mills. Too bad we can't watermill them. But anyway, yeah, that gets us some stuff. We can't connect oil just yet. Looks like we have just enough to get electricity unlocked. That'll be a nice little boost. And then you, I'm going to move you guys here in the anticipation of you doing something at Streamer's Luck next turn. We found a city with 4 riverside grassland tiles and 3 gems. The grass was what got us hyped. I know, right? Down here at Hidden Valley. I ended up replacing most of those, but with watermills, because watermills are such good tiles, especially in state property. All right, we're making 8-10 beakers per turn. Yeah, gained another 80-ish beakers just from that. All right. Next up, and then we'll be building railroads for approximately 8,000 years. Steel next. I mean, are you ever going to finish this factory? I guess I mean, it makes everything else faster, so we might as well. We could farm this. We can farm a couple of these tiles. Lake Wobegon also can grow if we farm a couple of these tiles. All right, we also need to get... Deed of Worms also needs a tile improvement. I'll send somebody over here. All right, you can do the coal plant. Yes, I'm aware we're already losing health, but we'll do the aqueduct. We still have the apothecary here as well. The apothecaries are really nice. I mean, there's no bananas on this map. There's no spices on this map. There's no sugars. There's no wines. So thank God it gives us +2 health. The aqueduct plus apothecary combo will mostly offset the health penalty from that. It won't do it entirely. And then we'll need somewhere to build broad. Well, we got to get the factories up first. After we build the factories, then we can look to get Broadway up. And I want you working that tile. All right. All right, so Orleans has now popped its borders, and Streamer's Luck. Here, I think the levee is actually better to do before the factory. It's also cheaper, too, because every single, like, half the tiles are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the levee is actually better here to do first. And then, of course, you do the factory after that. Okay. Streamer's Luck, get in there. I do not like seeing the cities with no defenders. Okay, well now we're down here, apparently, at Deer Space. So we can work that. By the way, look at that nice yield from the windmill. State property windmill. 1 production, 3 hammers, 3 commerce. That's not bad. I mean, that's better than this. Better than this, so we should work that tile. Of course, once we can build railroads, then we'll be able to railroad this for an extra point of production. And this is not on a... We're going to need to railroad that later, so I'll just move workers on it now. Okay. Big stack of workers. Now, I'm doing some of these tile improvements a bit inefficiently, but like it doesn't really matter that much at this stage of the game, because we have tons of workers. All right. I mean, those are some pretty good yields. Now, do we need to? We definitely want to windmill this tile because it's on the river. We'll get the river bonus. There we go. That's pretty nice. I think I'll leave this as a. I think I'll leave this as a mine though, because that's not on a river. It doesn't get as much commerce. Okay. Meanwhile, down here, so we definitely have a bunch of lumber mills to place here, or not lumber mills, water mills to place here. This is a mature cottage, otherwise I would bulldoze this for a water mill, because I can't water mill that tile. Okay, I swear I had workers down here. Why is there one worker by themselves over here? Wait, is this a workshop? This is a workshop. Oh, we can turn into a water mill. Then let's do that. Here's my big stack of calves showing up, or a whole bunch of them arriving here at various points in time. Also gonna turn off science for one turn. Just one thing. Okay, yeah. That's a lot of calves. They all got there at almost the same time too. Anyway, yes. So you definitely want to farm another one of these. I think France's terrain was a little rough in this game as well. By the way, if you're watching this cultural victory attempt, it's only at 14.5K, so it's not exactly going that fast. All right, so now you can see the city is unhealthy. So we need more health, which will come in. What can I build that gives health? I think we're gonna have to research something that gives more health. Okay, because I don't think any of these buildings actually give health. National Park. Well, see, the thing is about that. There's none here. Okay. You know what? Why don't you just do? You can just do Broadway, I guess. We can move the palace here. No, that won't do anything. Requires coal. Yep. So now the coal kicks in and it's going to make us a bit unhealthy. So this would cause us. I think I can research. I mean, this is only losing one food per turn. It's only losing one food per turn right now, so I have like 30 turns before it actually starts starving. And if in an emergency, I can also do this to stop it from starving. But for the time being, yeah, I don't want to do the coal plant. You have 38 base production. Oh my god, that's really good. Oh, we can also windmill this tile. I think I might do that. So I could get another 50% production if I built the. Well, how close am I? Hold on. I'll put you on Broad. Someone needs to build Broadway. You can probably do it. You're as good as anyone. But yeah, you can see we're starting to get some unhealthiness. Why don't you do the aqueduct? Because that also provides extra gold as well. All right, tech tree wise, we can research medicine for hospitals, and we're going to have to need them. But I think we can go railroad first. I don't think the crisis is going to get too bad until we have the coal plants built. And then, unfortunately, when we connect oil, that's going to cause more unhealthiness. But as I said, hospitals here, and honestly, I think refrigeration is a high priority as well, because the supermarket is +1 food, and then we get +1 health from the deer. Sadly, there's and sheep, so it's 1 food and 2 healthiness. It's also a relatively cheap building to construct too. It only costs 150 production. Stables only give experience, correct, in this game. They do. I know other games, they do certain things. And there is also the public transportation that can offset healthiness. So we will have the tools, like between a hospital and public transportation and supermarket, we should have enough. Supermarket's better than the public transportation, though. So I think we'll get railroad, and then we'll do medicine, and then we'll see if we need to go refrigeration. And of course, we need combustion for oil. Like that's nothing else. Nothing else. The tech is helpful. The wells we don't even have, so that's a non-issue. But if you want to build any modern units, you're going to need oil. So we will need that. And of course, industrialism was really good. We don't have ivory, so we don't have to worry about that. That unlocks tanks. If we want to fight someone, then the play is to go for industrialism. But for right now, let's get railroad unlocked. We can go back to researching steel. Oh, 2 turns. Nice. Yeah, we have just enough. So that was a 3-turn research. 1 turn is 0% research. Oh, Korea recaptured that. Okay. Great. This war is just stalling them. They're just stalling each other out for no reason. Just a war that's serving no purpose other than to hurt the AI. Supermarket is better than public transportation is a hell of an American sentence. Obviously, I mean within the context of this game. I'm not trying to make like some kind of public policy declaration there. But the U.S. is pretty famous for its terrible like public sector stuff, unfortunately. Anyway, yeah, on the end, this city's going to be amazing with a levee. Like every tile is on a river, so that's cool. Anyway, all right, so what else can we do now? Let's see. So this tile can't be worked by any city. This tile though. Let's see. Yeah, we can definitely watermill some of these tiles. Okay, and then we can watermill that tile. Got like these giant stacks moving around. Yeah, I was gonna road this. The extra food from the supermarket's really nice. Okay. Group these guys together. Alrighty. I don't know what I'm gonna do up here. I guess I could. They workshop that tile. Alright, now these are resource tiles, so I can't do anything with them. This tile is a mature cottage, so we don't want to bulldoze that. This one is also a mature town. This, though... Okay, so here's what we're going to do. If I watermill this tile, I think we watermill this tile first, and then we can watermill this tile. So I'll just wait 1 turn. Because I can do it on both tiles, but this tile has to take the watermill from this side, and then I can watermill this side. But I want to do that tile first, so the game's coding interprets it correctly. Otherwise, it might pick the wrong tile there. All right, you guys, you just wait. What? All right, so Lyon is working this tile. That's probably right. Lyon's the better city. This has to remain. This has to remain a farm, so we can spread irrigation down there. We need that. This tile, though, this one up here can be watermill. I just want to get those watermills. They're such good tiles, right? Like 2, 3, 3 is a great yield for a tile. Food neutral with 3 production and 3 commerce is really nice. We should put the national park in Best Boreals Boy or Wendy's, and then flood the forest with forest preserves. Let's see. You know, yeah, Wendy's would be a good spot for it. Yeah, Wendy's would be a good spot. Best Boreal Boy is not bad. See, at Best Boreal Boy, we can farm these tundra tiles, but at Wendy's, there's nothing we can do with them. So I agree. So Wendy's is a good spot. I also love the hilarity of putting the national park. And yeah, we can do it here. Now, does Wendy's have enough food? But the problem is, does Wendy's have enough food? It doesn't have enough food there is the problem. Would eliminate unhealthiness from pop. The problem is there's not enough. I don't know if there's enough food for this, though. I'd have to bulldoze some of these cottages. I don't know if the towns... So maybe it is Best Boreal Boy? But Best Boreal Boy has even less food. Why do you need more food? Oh, do you just get the specialist for building the preserves? Oh, I thought you had to work the tiles. You don't have to work the tiles? Oh, okay. Do you get the specialist for free? I honestly don't have a lot of experience with this. Okay. Then sure. Well, let's give it a try. We'll do the national park there. Do you get the specialist for free? I guess we'll find out. Also, I just love the notion of putting the forest, the national... What is it? National park? You don't need food. Okay, it's like Statue of Liberty. Cool. Then Wendy's is perfect. Well, we'll get to work with that. Can I have I unlocked forest preserves yet? I honestly don't even know what tech unlocks them. Oh, it's scientific method. Okay, so we do have that. Cool. So Wendy's is a perfect spot. Just make sure not to build it anywhere with coal. Yeah. Wendy's does not have coal, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so yeah, oh dear. Yeah, we're gonna need the health buildings, aren't we? So this will put you temporarily in a food deficit, but that's fine. And then maybe we'll do the Pentagon here or something. We can probably do the espionage. The espionage buildings, they don't really do any that much, but it's like we might as well build them. I should also double check. All right, well, this is more of an issue. Did we lose another tile here? This is a more serious concern as far as that goes. Okay. Well, we certainly can't do the coal plant right now. Maybe I do need to pause. Maybe I do need to go get something that adds more health next. I think it's because Rourke's Drift is a larger size and we don't have any forests here. We also lost some of our tiles to cultural pressure. Okay, well, you can just build wealth for right now. Because there's nothing else for you to build. Except I could build temples, but you don't need the happiness. Alright. There. I was going to say there has to be a better tile than this. I'm not sure that there is. We need to get somebody over there to trial to improve that. Similar to this city. This city, Chartres, we should rename this city to something sad and pathetic. I've actually been to Chartres before. It's a really... The cathedral there is absolutely gorgeous. But this is just... This is so sad. I think we just cottage this tile for lack of anything better to do there. Yeah, you should be working this tile. Inner Mongolia. Sure. National Park just means you can't have access to coal. Global War. Oh, that actually could be a good thing. Oh, no, it's actually not. That was one of the few tiles. Why couldn't it have hit a tundra tile? Let's act. All right, we need to... Okay, now that I actually had a farm there on that tile. Okay, we need to not do the factory then, because this city's going to starve even worse. I can, like, windmill this tile to get a little bit of more food here. Okay, anyway, so Lyon popped its borders. And Marseille finally popped its borders too. So we can, we just need one more turn for that to pop there. I think the levee is the correct play here too. No, you've got health? What do you mean? The issue here is, oh, right. It's not, So here, yeah, you're right. The factory is not an issue here. I do have a health, excess amount of health here. The issue is that we need more. Just need more food. I need to get some more. I need to get some workers down there. Okay. Well, anyway. So you guys go here. I need like one more worker in that group. There we go. Yep, I needed one more worker. All right, then next turn they'll do that tile. You guys, I know I need some work over here. You guys come over here. Okay. You guys are going to farm that tile next turn. All right. You guys can come down here and start doing forest preserves. Workers. I actually do have some workers here. I knew I had put some to sleep over here. All right. So we need to get more food in here. First, sadly, we might just have to farm one of these tiles. We can windmill one of these. So that'll help a bit. And then I guess I can move this to... Well, no, that won't help me. Yeah, I probably just have to farm one of these tiles, unfortunately. Which is not what I want, but... Yeah, it is what it is. Alright, what else do we still have? This is a town. We don't want to get rid of that. Okay, we can probably work a better tile than this unimproved oil. Can't connect the oil yet. Maybe not though. What else do I still need to do here? I need this farm because I need... Oh wait, no, I don't need a farm here. This is already on the river. I don't need to... I don't need a farm there. It's already on the river. It doesn't need to spread irrigation. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm reasonably pleased with this. The city will be able to grow and, yeah, have some pretty good tiles. Cool. Okay. And then Marseille is going to need a little bit of working. We're going to farm this tile to spread irrigation down here past Good Neighbor. But what else do I need? Do I need a farm on that tile? No, this city's going to have... it's going to pick up a deer tile next turn, so I think that we can watermill this tile without any issue. Oh, hold on. Let's watermill this tile here. Yes, and then we can do this tile. We can do this tile too. Get a lot of watermills. Okay. Jewel Lake. Right. There we go. Okay. So we definitely want to do one more. One more farm there. Okay, we're kind of chugging along here. As I said, that we might need to grab medicine next before railroad. They actually have the same cost. Because I am hurting health-wise in a couple of these cities, so we'll get them both. But are you growing up the capital? I am, but it's hit the health. It's hit the health barrier, unfortunately. So I guess I should have done medicine before steel. Oh well. Yeah, a lot of cities are feeling the pinch on health. I ended up hitting... I mean, the problem is I'm missing all these health resources, right? I only have 4 health resources. We can do the aqueduct here. But... Now you seem like you're actually okay. Probably because you're only size 8. Yeah, you also cannot afford... You also can't afford any more unhealthiness right now. We'll put the ironworks in here, right? No. Yeah, there's not... you know what? Let's get a little bit more happiness overhead. Apothecary. All right, you're still losing food, but not that much. I guess we'll wait. Why don't you just do the aqueduct? It's pretty cheap. All right, let's do the apothecary first. Actually, you can do the aqueduct in 1 turn, so we'll do that. Well, that city also had 2 specialists. What the multiple city? All these specialists here. Okay. We don't want that. Go there. And that we can put a cottage or something on that tile too. Okay, you're unhealthy, but like not too badly unhealthy, so. What city was it? One of these cities had 3. With this one? Yeah. Oh, I guess there's not really any tiles for you to work. We need to get workers back over there too. Okay. Control click. Well, different city getting captured. Well, these guys are still fighting it out. Alright. Road this, and we'll cottage this. Did the cottage finish? Okay, seriously? I told you guys to drop a cottage. There we go. Was it because the group was... I guess because it was grouped together, it didn't drop properly. Alright, that'll take a while, but I don't see anything better to put on that tile, or that on this city. Well, this city's land is just sad. Oh, and I never renamed... We had a request to rename that to Inner Mongolia, and I did not do that. Some culture buildings on the border with Zara. I'm not that concerned. I know he's running 100% on the slider, but As I said, if it looks really bad, I can only... I just have so many cities, it's not that big a deal. All right, farm there. Wendy's. Forest Preserve. How many worker turns does it take to do these? 7. I need... If I get 3 more workers, I could 1 turn them. All right. Yeah, Zara bait. Like in Works Drift. Maybe. Yeah, him running the slider is a little big. Now, he did manage to get up to... he did manage to make it up to factories. He actually has railroads, so maybe... Is he like running... Is he like researching? Alright, I have all my espionage points going into him. Which probably makes sense. I don't really need to keep an eye... I don't really need to keep an eye on Mansa or Wang Khan. Wang Khan, I can't tell what he's doing anyway. Mansa, I'd like to be able to see his demos, so... I'll split them on these guys. I have 9,400 espionage. I can barely see his research. He turned out the slider because he turned out the research, the culture slider because he's in a war. That's fine. There's no way he can beat me to space. There's just no way. He's not that far behind, but I'm up biology, electricity on him. He's up railroad on me and fascism for what that's worth. Yeah, he's not that far behind. He's pretty close. So I definitely need to keep pushing. But like I am now starting to get the benefits of... Alright, yeah, I think we just have to build a farm here even though I don't want to. So Zarbate is no longer starving. Global warming. Cursed you, global warming. Okay. So we can't build a watermill there. Did we build one here? Yes. Seriously. There we go. Alright. Then Julie could grow onto that tile. Do you want refrigeration instead of medicine? No. Yes, refrigeration's a better tech. Yes, that's right. Refrigeration, the supermarket's a better... Let's see. So this is +3 health. This is +2 health and +1 food. I mean, I think this is better. It's also a cheaper building, too. Because we have deer and sheep. We don't have... There's no cows or pigs on this map. Okay. Our break-even rate's at 70%. That's pretty nice. We'll turn off tech for a turn and go from there. I'm not going to be rush buying things with money, but... Alright. He actually gave me his world map. Yay. I wanted to see. So that's the city that just recently got captured there. I feel like I'm just having a conversation with Zolson here. Someone stole electricity. Well, that's not good. No. Probably will drop. No, I thought he would drop out of pleased. He did not. Okay. Oh dear. -6 health. That's not good. Well, we can do the spy buildings, I guess. I don't think you can afford to do so. You can go back on the infrastructure for now. We'll do the cheap aqueduct. Here's your sign to go crush Zara. I know, right? Problem is Zara actually has better units than me because he has infantry right now. I mean, I guess I could upgrade into infantry, but yeah, like I don't want to go fight infantry. That's not likely to go very well. Do I already have the coal plant here? I do. All right. Well, this will help solve that. And I need to get more workers over here. You're probably okay because you have like, you're size 9. Again, I have to keep telling you guys, I am not looking to pick a fight. Zara has like 30 cities. I don't want to fight. Do we have to go back to the power bar graph here again? I'm here. He's here. I'm not looking to pick a fight with Zara. I don't want to fight a guy who has this. It's going to take hours to fight him. I'm not looking for that. He's still way above me in military power. Like, you guys, it's not a good idea to fight him. It's just not. It really isn't. especially because I can. I mean, he's not running the slider. I think I can outrun him to space. I think I can outrun him to an victory end type. I I'm not. Guys, listen to me. I'm not looking to fight Zara. It's not even a matter of can it be done. Yes, of course it can be done. I fought Napoleon and I fought I fought these other AIs in them from a much worse position. The issue is it will take hours and hours and hours and hours, and I don't want to do that. I think I've made myself clear. I don't want this video series to stretch to 20 parts, okay? I'm trying to wrap it up in the next couple parts. A long, long, long grinding war with Zara is not what I want. Yes, I'm aware I have the oil advantage, though he has oil too, right? He has an oil research source up here at this city. Now, of course, we could take that on the first turn of a war and cut that off, but I'm just, it's not the direction I want to go here. Anyway, I hope I'm making that point clear. I don't want this to take absolutely forever. Anyway, I hear you, like that you're not being entirely serious, but still. Anyway, let's go over that way. And we do not need a watermelon. We can watermelon this tile as well. I guess might split up the group here. All right, Jewel Lake. Yeah, Jewel Lake is finally up to +5 food per turn. So let's see. That is okay. See, when I work this tile, it drops down to minus. That's a -2 tile. So we do actually want to put more farms down here, and we'll have enough happiness to get up to size. I don't know, 16-ish. So. Oh wait, I can watermill this? I didn't think you could watermill a tundra tile. I can watermill a tundra river tile? Oh, okay. Well, that changes my opinion a little bit of what I was going to do here. I didn't think I could do that. Okay. Well, that's cool. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't think you could do the tundra tile. Maybe I can do that in a couple more places then. All right. On the edge, has a lot of specialists. Like a lot of specialists here. Has good food. Yeah, I think I'm pretty set here. Although I'd like to work the mature town. I think we're pretty good. We'll just grow onto these town tiles, and I mean, I guess we can dump something here. Oh, actually, there's nothing we can do with this. There's literally nothing we can put on this bare tundra tile. I still think I think we want universal suffrage. I really do. I think uni suffrage is better here. We have very few specialists on this map. I think uni suffrage is better here. All right. Anyway. See, I don't think there's much more we can do here. Works Drift is still starving, unfortunately. But we are really close to being able to do this in 3 turns. It looks like it might be 4. On the Edge is possibly the most leve boostable city ever. I know, right? That's why we're prioritizing it. All right, Works Drift. We probably just need to put another farm down here. Although I really do not want to... Oh, you know what we can do? I thought we could work that tile. Dang it. This poor city's going to lose most of its tiles, isn't it? We can do the temples to get a little bit more culture, I suppose. I mean, I could farm this tile, but I really don't want to. I'll just leave it be for right now. Okay, now there was some more stuff I could do deep in my core. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to do at Horse Gambit. Was there? Just double checking. I think we'd rather have this be a windmill. Oh, so I'll go change that. Yeah. That was 1 tile off from finishing the windmill anyway. Works Drift is 8 specialists. Okay. Yeah, but most of my cities do not. It's not a map that's heavy on specialists. Guys, I appreciate the feedback, but like we're kind of getting to the point where there's so many comments, it's kind of getting a little distracting, I have to say. I explained before I did want to get into free speech, but it'd be 2 turns, and it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. So I'm hoping I can get some more specialists to get me in there. And quite frankly, the +2 happiness from barracks is actually kind of keeping a lot of my cities afloat. Plus, nationhood is no upkeep. So yes, I will try to get into free speech if I can, but I'm not sitting in 2 turns of anarchy for it. It's like it's not worth it to do 2 turns of anarchy for that. So we're gonna try to get there, but as I said, it's not worth it just yet. Okay, Greenland, one of my better cities up to this point in time. So why don't we try to do some cheap buildings, right? Like we can try to knock out the temple, Christian temple. Because what I'm really doing is I'm really waiting for my research to finish, so I can do something better. Honestly, we'll just put you on wealth. That'll help us finish that research faster. All right, aqueduct. You are probably okay. Well, no. Why would I do the coal plant when I can just do other stuff that's good here? Like, the market is good. The observatory is good. Do the other econ buildings. If I get more, so yeah. So apparently it can be up to 3. Yeah, it's based on number of cities. The whole anarchy mechanic is kind of, oh, wow, we're unhappy here. We'll do the, well, no, we don't have dies. This will not give us happiness. This is because I'm apparently have unhappiness from being a barb city. I don't have any culture in here. Okay, that's part of the problem is I don't have any culture in here. If I get the culture up higher than this unhappiness, it's really ridiculous that we have yearned to join the motherland unhappiness from a freaking barbarian city, but apparently that is something that can happen, I guess. Anyway, you are currently losing starving, so we'll fix this with an aqueduct. What a map for the Three Gorges Dam. I suppose that's true. Yeah, I guess that's true because then we'll have power for all that. Then we don't have to worry about coal power. Yeah, it actually is a really good map for Three Gorges Dam. I didn't even think about that. I so rarely build the Three Gorges Dam, but yeah, it's a good map for it. Okay. So there was a city, Goodyear over here. Yeah, Goodyear over here. I can improve one of these tiles. So let's go grab that. Does Cook Goose need anything while I'm over here? I don't think so. Cook Goose looks fine. Like, it's not an amazing city, but it's okay. Slow. It's starting to grow this cottage. Yeah, we'll help that out. Okay, now we have our irrigation chain running down here. It's probably, honestly, a little bit more food than the city really needs, but we wanted to get irrigation down here. I was able to put a cottage down there. Can I cottage like this start? So why is this? Oh, because it's on a river. I was like, why can I put a cottage down here? Because it's on a river tile. Okay. And then from here, we can actually farm this tile too. So we'll do that. Slow movers finally made it up there to trickle down. All right. Here at Marseille. Yeah. All right. This is another obvious watermill here. And then there. Just making sure we're not cutting irrigation lines. All right. So we got a forest preserve, the first of several, apparently. And then Wendy's will build the wonder associated with that. Okay, Jewel Lake, yes, we need to farm. Where am I? On the edge, okay. So, yeah, I think I've got most of the stuff down here. I'm trying to think like where else I have to put down improvements. I guess there's a little more to do down there at Marseille. Okay, now you guys, we already covered Horse Gambit. It's really annoying we don't control our own first string tiles here. But, I mean, we're pushing, we have decent culture. We're pushing, well, not really decent culture. Free speech would help a lot with the cultural thing. There was some more work to be done over in the middle of our core, over by Lake Wobegon. Maybe I'll get a sponsorship from Wendy's due to being environmentally friendly. Yeah, I mean, we can pop into environmentalism, +6 health in all cities, even more from windmills and forest preserves. They're just like state property is infinitely better than environmentalism here. So, oh, we're like so close to finishing refrigeration. That building research actually lets us finish refrigeration a turn sooner here. That's how close it is. So I'll put you on wealth for one turn as well. A bunch of these cities are gonna, a bunch of these cities on, yeah, all these cities on wealth are just gonna be on going on whatever it's called next turn. Same story here. Well, we have enough food saved up. We'll do the coal plant followed by whatever it's called. Was that the safe starving? I'll check in a second. All right, Wendy's, you need to do the forest preserve. Or national. Well, we should probably. We'll do the coal plant first. We don't have a health concern here, and then building the coal plant faster will let us build national park faster. You're another city that needs that extra. Yeah, I mean, you can see when we put a lot of cities on wealth. Okay. And then Deed of Worms is the other city I need to fix up here. So we finished the coal plant here, right? Yeah, but we're getting a lot of we're getting some unhealthiness from it. Okay, what else do we need? Well, we'll do the observatory. Wow, we can one turn observatory. Well, we have a lot of overflow, but still, Deed of Worms is a lot of production. This is a nice city. Not a lot of commerce, but good production. Good year. You are another city that all these. I'm gonna have to flip all these cities next turn, but. You should be okay not to starve. So many cities, right? Why don't you just do the aqueduct? That's pretty cheap. All right, good year. We're going to come down here, and we're going to turn this into a cottage. There we go. It'll take a while, but it'll get there. And unfortunately, I can't do anything with these other tiles, so you're just going to have an extra hot point there. And then you guys will go. All right, control click. All right, now we actually can watermill this tile too. Even though it doesn't look like I can. All right, Jewel Lake. Here, why don't you do this? And then, yeah, now we can start growing on some of these tiles. I might turn this into... No, we can turn this into a watermill. We'll watermill this tile down here. Okay, let's do that next. Meanwhile, you guys, we're slowly making our way down here. Spreading the joy of watermills everywhere. This we need for the irrigation line. We can't cut that. These are all mature towns. I don't want to get rid of them. That one's a mature town as well. But that tile over there... This one over here we can. All right, and then meanwhile through the ice fields over to Lake Wobegon. Poor Lake Wobegon. All right. I think I'll be doing a lot of once I have all the key stuff built, we'll be able to do some wealth, and then that'll send our GMP higher as well. That rival best being 5,900 is still concerning, I have to say. I don't know why Zara's GMP is quite so high. I think it's because he's like been running the slider, but like his GMP is like absurdly high. I'm not exactly sure why it's so high. He's not. I guess he's running the slider. I guess. Anyway, how close are we to being able to see Mansa's demo? Oh, we can see Mansa's demos again. Mansa must have just. Let's do like 3-1. Put a little bit on Mansa. He must have been the one who stole attack from us. He's in free speech. Yeah, we know running the culture slider inflates GNP. That has to be part of the reason why. Because, like, he's not researching that fast. So we enter the modern era. 523, Soren's birthday. Alright, now we're back to railroad. Okay, there we go. Supermarkets. Alright. Your health is not really an issue for you, per se. So we'll do the coal plant, I guess. Oh, this is a all right. Rome. This city also is kind of sad. I think that we can farm this tile. So yeah, I need some attention over here too. All right, factory's good there. Market. We should be good to do the coal plant, I think. Followed by the supermarket. All right, there's a supermarket there. All right. Hopefully this will increase our culture. Um, so we're actually going to run the the artist specialist here because we just want to increase our culture fast and get out from this unhappiness that's really dumb. We'll get the library as well. All right, this city. I don't know that we need this many engineer specialists. In the meantime, though, let's do the supermarket. What's our production? Oh yeah, base production 24. That's a nice round number. So many cities. So many cities. You're going to need that. There we go. All right. Yeah, I guess we just do factory. I mean, the factory lets us build everything else faster afterwards. Factory. To do the apothecary, and then we'll go. Look at all these yields. All those watermills have such ridiculous yields. I was going to say there has to be something better for you to work, but there kind of isn't, so we'll run another specialist. This city streamer's luck is pretty sad, I'm not going to lie. We'll be able to work the oil tile eventually, but like all these tundra tiles that are not next to water, you can't do anything with them. There's the leve, okay. Yeah, on the edge is really pretty ridiculous. Why are we not working this tile here? But there's like nothing I want to not work. I want to work this 2-4-3 tile. All right, we'll pick that up on our next growth then. We'll do the factory and then into health buildings. Plus we have all this stuff in here, which is ridiculous. We have an academy here too. This is a good city. It's a good city. All right, leve is fantastic. Yeah, and this city just needs to grow onto more of these tiles. Some really, really nice stuff. All right. So did Zara? Looks like Zara just finished biology. So we're up. He's up railroad on us. We're up medicine. Is that the only tech we're up on him? Oh, we're up refrigeration. Excuse me. Manson went state property. Huh. Okay, so he finished biology. Like, his research rate can't be that high. He's not in a golden age, is he? He's not in a golden age. Like, his cities are not that big. I have more territory than he does now. Anyway, we'll see. I don't think he can out-research me with me having this much territory. He's also in a war. Like, an active war. He's getting great generals and whatnot. Like, is him being in free speech actually that strong? Like, how many towns does he even have? Yeah, I need to go ahead and thank you. I need to go ahead and swap the supermarkets. Okay. So actually, you don't need it at all. You were just working on that for lack of anything better. All right, work drift. You need it quite badly. You're about to. You know what? I'm gonna have to do this just to make sure you don't starve before the supermarket's done. But that'll keep you from starving before the supermarket's done, even though I'd rather run the specialists. Okay. Yeah. Here you go. Well, you have like no. You don't have much in the way of production. Oh, that's because I'm just growing the city right now. It's well below the happiness cap. It'll pick up more production as it grows. All right, Greenland. Hidden Valley, yeah, a lot of these cities need. We're going to make our GMP look a little worse because I was being propped up by wealth builds. But like once we get our infrastructure done, we can put most of these cities on wealth builds, hit 100% science, and then go up to research builds with anything left over. Is that all the wealth builds? Do I have anything building wealth right now? Nope. A lot of factories under construction. Okay. F1 and sort by wealth. Looks like I don't. Yep, I went to F1. F1 is the city list, by the way. Okay. There we go. There's actually enough space now. All right, so I think I got most of the stuff done over here. Oh, wait, we can't water... Oh, because it's a corner tile. What am I thinking? Yeah, it's a corner tile. Okay, but we don't need this much food. The Marseille has enough food. Like, I don't need another... Well, I should leave... You know... I should leave it as a farm right now and then, like, convert it over later to a workshop. We'll do that for right now. Okay. Meanwhile, chop. And I don't know, we can put a windmill on this tile. We're just basically getting ready. Here's another forest preserve. We're basically getting ready to build a lot of railroads. All right, Panama. There you go. We'll roll over there towards Rome. Yeah, I think I kind of got done what I could here, unless there's anything that Good Neighbor wants to do. Good Neighbor, you should probably be working your tiles here. Plus 11 food per turn. This is going to need the health buildings pretty badly as soon as the factory's done. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to do here. We wanted that irrigation line to... Even though it leaves us with a little bit more food than we technically need. Okay, I mean, I think I've kind of got what I can for these cities here. I think we'll put these guys to sleep and wake them up when we get railroad. All right, Lake Wobegon. We're going to chop and then farm this tile for a little extra food. The chops might actually even finish the factory that's otherwise going to take forever. Good Neighbor should probably use the food. Yeah, Good Neighbor can use the food surplus to run specialists. Yep. Going back to, you can do watermills there too. Yeah, I can. I was thinking about whether to do farms or watermills here. I think I want at least... Yeah, I think I want at least 1 or 2 farms. So I can just get the food up. I'm not going to run this lumber mill here. We can do something better. Like 2 farms and 3... maybe 2 farms and 3 watermills, because we can watermill here, 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 and farm these 2. Something like that. Farms to grow to size, and yeah, ideally a couple farms to grow and then convert afterwards. Okay, factory, yep, onto the supermarket. That'll finish before the city stars. All right, Globe Theater done. Excellent. Angie is working priest specialist. You know, I have Anchor Watt, so the priest specialists give 2 hammers. I'm okay with this because I could use it. A great profit would allow me to get closer to another golden age. So that would actually help a good bit. Let's do the aqueduct here. Oh, you know what? Let's not be silly. Let's work this tile. And then I'm out of tiles I can work because the 100 tiles that are not next to a river, there's like nothing I can do with them. I can't farm this tile. So, just let Angie do its thing. All right, coal plant, supermarket, aqueduct. Yes, okay. Yeah, so anyway, this will drive you into starvation, but then we'll be able to do the apothecary in a few turns. And then the apothecary will stay, and apothecary in the supermarket will stabilize you. All right, aqueduct here. We've got extra happiness room, so this will work here. We're actually making progress on Broadway as well. We'll just do the supermarket. We're actually going to need extra happiness here too. Is there another? I can do the temples. Once I have a coal plant, the temples are really cheap to build. Like 2-turn builds with that. Where am I building Broadway? 6 turns away. Okay. Angie needs a levee. Okay, thank you. Angie, where's Angie? Here it is. Ah, that definitely takes priority. I missed that one. Yeah, this city needs a levee in the worst way. It's a really good city. I'll be fine with happiness once I get Eiffel Tower. Rebroadcast it, yeah. I probably need to head to radio next, because Zara is heading there. I do not want him to get that wonder. Does Zara have iron? Just out of curiosity. I think he does. Yeah, he has iron. But I can't allow him to get that wonder. I really would like that. Yeah, he's headed to radio, so I think I have to follow him there next. Returns. Almost there. Yeah, since you get +1 happy from each. Yep. Yeah, that would be a really good wonder, so I don't have to build 10 billion broadcast towers. And it also would kill... You know what? Do I have to go there right now just to make sure he doesn't get that? Send in the spy... Well, I'd have to know where he's building it. Yeah, the previous stream involved running over France. That's right. I want to do railroad, but do I have to do... I can't afford to let him take that wonder. I think I have to go there now. I don't really want to go for radio right now, but I cannot afford to have him. We also could try to, if we could get Christo, we could also then swap civics, which would be huge. Yeah, these wonders are all too important. And I'd like to get rock, I want to get rock and roll as well. Yeah, I can outproduce him. But I think that's right. Oh, radio's an expensive tech. That's definitely more expensive, right? Yeah, that's 10,000 beakers. Railroad's only 7,500. Okay, then that means we probably need another turn. So we need another turn at 0%. We can get there the same time as him, and I think I can outbuild him to it. I actually have some very high production cities right now. Yeah, Diet of Worms is apparently my highest production city. With the and I can actually increase this further. So yeah, it's at the happiness cap, unfortunately, but we can solve that by building. We can do 2 temples in there. Yeah, let's go send the workers in that direction right now. Now Rome, the city, we can try to improve. This is kind of a sad city, but we can farm one of those tiles. So like they can farm this tile for Rome and lumber mill this, and then head up there. I had a stack of workers I just put to sleep over here, so I don't know if they can get there in a meaningful amount of time, but I'll send them towards Diet of Worms just in case. All right. Over here, we were doing watermill. Meanwhile, you guys were farming. All right, Lake Wobegon. You can actually have some food now. I'm trying to think, are there any corner tiles I want to... let's replace this with a watermill. It's just a better tile. That'll also help the factory get done faster. Okay, here at Marseille. You can come down here and help build forest preserves for right now. Where are we going to build these wonders? Well, one of them is going to go in Diet of Worms. That's actually a really good question, so we should think about this. And the capital, probably the capital as well. Airship Central is probably Diet of Worms and Airship Central, because Airship Central still does not even have a coal plant, and it's already at 39 base production. And like it can grow further too. I actually need to get more food in here. Are there any... Wait, what the... Hold on. Like, trickle down does... I can give it this... No, trickle down kind of needs that resource. Airship Central does not have a resource. Yeah, this is too good of a city not to have one of these tiles powering its growth. Now, that's going to be... And it's going to be... I can farm 1 or 2 of these. That's going to be a little rough on trickle down, but trickle down is not that important of a... is not as important of a city. I can then give... I can farm this tile and give it to trickle down. I was going to give it to Rome, but I could give it to trickle down instead, which is a better city. So I think those two, and then probably the capital as well. Once Odir gets its health up here, stop starving. Because this is, yeah, this is a pretty good city too. All right, that's done. I mean, I still have negative health here, but we'll be able to solve that. I mean, we can watermill this tile if we can get a little bit more food. And I can also do this. So we get to 39. I wish I could get one more production. Oh well, this is what it is. Okay, since we're not doing anything important right now, we'll just knock out some of these buildings while we're waiting. Although, let's do the Buddhist missionary first. Actually, we have so much overflow, I don't want to waste it. So we'll do this. Yeah, I don't want to waste all that overflow. Alright. Supermarket. I'll offset the health penalty there. A lot of supermarkets. Winna also has a lot of production. Actually, Winna could be another city where we could potentially do one of these. And we can solve the health woes. I also can put ironworks in one of these cities, but not just yet. Alright, supermarket and deed of worms. Now the thing that this city now needs to worry about is health. Or not health, happiness. It's actually at the happy cap right now. Why is it so? Okay. I don't know. I'm actually not sure why it's so unhappy. Well, in any case, there's plenty of production, so we can do some temples here. Actually, we should do the Buddhist temple. I was going to say, what's the apostolic palace rule? Oh, you know what it is? We'll do the barracks. Because we need nation. It doesn't have a barracks for nation and happiness. Same thing with you. Do the barracks, that'll get you some nation and happiness. Alright. Health. Same deal. The levee would be... How many tiles would get hit by this? 1, 2, 3, 4... enough tiles. We'll do the levee. Well, we're certainly getting our factories up everywhere. That's going to be really nice. I wish the city could build a levee, but it's not on the right spot. Alright, well, we'll get the supermarket and then do the coal plant. Here we go. Yeah, look at this city. Oh my god. Like, this is going to be a monster city, too. Because the levee boosts so many tiles. It has 30... Oh my god, it has 35 base production. It does not have a factory yet. This is with no factory. Yeah, okay. That's going to be pretty good. So this city long-term is going to be a wonder producer, too. Let's get the... It has plenty of headroom on health, so let's get the factory done. And I just need that city to grow. Whew, what a nice city. Okay. Now, I believe I can one turn a forest preserve with... Yeah, there we go. And Jewel Lake definitely should be working this tile over something. Over the... Yeah, that's better. That looks pretty good there. Okay, so now down here, we can watermill this tile. So let's watermill... Oh, let's finish this first. We were like partly done this. Good thing I roaded all these tiles earlier, right? I roaded all those forest tiles for no reason. Okay. I need to road this and then farm it. I need one more turn. Okay. Alright. 5 turns. Coincidentally, also Zara's ETA. But yeah, you're right. Those wonders are really big. Because the Eiffel Tower would also give him a broadcast tower in his cities where he's potentially running the culture slider. I just don't want that. I'd much rather have him have to build them themselves. And then rock and roll, we want that happiness. I don't want anyone else to have that happiness. I want to keep the AI not having those, so I will hoard those and not trade them if I can get them. And then Christo would be really nice as well. because then I could get out of free speech. I could get out of nationhood if I want. I'd also like to get out of theocracy, to be honest. I'd actually like to be in pacifism. I can't drop my religion. I don't really need organized religion at this point, but pacifism would be. You can see it. Look how much cheaper it is. It's 188 compared to 267, and I'd get the plus 100%. Now I'd have to pay the extra support cost on military units. That would probably balance out the cost of the cheaper civic cost, but the faster great person production would be pretty nice. Not working a Riverside Talon with a levy because the hammer yield is too low. Alright, supermarket done in Greenland. Looks like we can do the coal plant here. And then we'll probably just do a security bureau and then it's on to wealth to fuel our teching. Supermarket done here. Alright, well... Wait, you already have the coal plant? Oh, you already have the coal plant done. Okay. Alright. Well... How much production do you have? You don't have that much. I wouldn't mind doing the Pentagon somewhere. But not here. Okay, well... why don't we knock out these espionage buildings just because, and then we can put you on wealth. Alright, Orcs Drift finally stopped starving. So that's good. I don't think we can do the coal plant yet, though. What we can do, though, is get a couple more missionaries. So there's still more cities to spread our religion to. Airship Central. Yeah, you are now 40 base per... Oh my god, this city has so much production. And I still have workers coming over here to help, too. So we need to get your health up so that you can keep growing. Because I want you to grow onto more of these tiles. I can farm this tile to give you another 3 food tile. And then you can one-turn the barracks. That'll solve your happiness issues for the time being. And otherwise we're just kind of waiting until we can do a... whatchamacallit up there. Okay, do you have a supermarket available? You do not. You already built it? Alright, you already built the supermarket. But you already have the coal plant too, so the health isn't going to get worse from this spot. Okay, so we can just do the econ buildings then. Bank. Gives us the most bang for our buck. Alright, there we go. Trickle down is now no longer starving. Excellent. Has like 1 billion units in it. And now we're on another part of the map. Okay. So Lake Wobegon, just got that done. Alright, it's up to +2 food per turn. I think we need one more farm. Because that'll get us to +3 food per turn. And then we can watermill the others. So this one's as good as any. Because I can watermill both of these tiles. This one, yeah, these can both be watermilled. This one goes to this. So we'll farm it. Farm. Wrote that. Keep forest preserving. Alright, now the rest of you guys. We wanted, since we're working this talent room, we wanted to go ahead and lumber mill it just while we're here. And then you guys can come up here to Airship Central and Deed of Worms, which both are due for some tile improving. Deed of Worms wants a workshop on this tile. Watermill, 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 watermill. But we can workshop that. We can, I guess, lumber mill this because we go something. All right. Yeah, we're keeping pace with Zara there on the radio research. All right. I don't think we really need this, but why the heck not? And then we'll get ready to start something there. All right. Might as well hit our Kaplan Buddhist missionaries while we're at it. Bank and Failure. Okay. This city probably could use a little more attention as well. But this city just doesn't have that much in terms of terrain. It just doesn't. It's kind of a sad spot. But, you know, it still gives us 28 more beakers and it pays for itself. So, better than nothing. All right, Panama. Let's solve your health unhappiness. You know, usually I have enough health resources that I can do factory, then coal plant, then a health building. This map with so little health resources, it's had to be factory, health building, coal plant, and then like another health building afterwards. Because otherwise the cities are just, they just don't have enough. All right. Okay, we are looking for, we got 3 turns until we can start something here. I would like another thing that gives health, but I don't think I have anything at the moment. Why don't you do the bank? That'll probably give us the best value. And we, at least we're slowly starting to get our culture up here. I don't know how much culture this Barb City had when it was Caribou. We already have 83 culture, so I guess we can work backwards from that. It's like a little bit more than quadruple. So they had like 300, almost 400 culture in here. Okay, anyway. Why don't you do this? Oh, actually, no, you need the levee. This is a good levee city as well. Another supermarket. Okay. So, did we get the coal plant here? Yes, we did. Okay. So, we just do the remaining econ buildings, which is basically university. Oh, you are really unhappy. Well, do the supermarket. That'll get you back to food neutral status. Supermarket. Okay. Oh, this is the city that's unhappy. Okay. Well, do the barracks. That'll get you out of unhappiness while we're waiting on our wonders to give us more happiness. Okay. Coal plant and then into supermarket again. Wendy's is almost done the coal plant, and then we can do the whatever it's called, the national park. All right. And Lake Wobegon should be working that tile. Okay, yeah, and then we'll watermill both of these, run them over the lake tiles. We'll grow onto the remaining lake tiles at +3 food, and then little Lake Wobegon will be all grown up, like an actual city that's not completely terrible. All right. Cities that do not have Buddhism. It's not a lot. Buddhism is by far the world's most practiced religion. I need someone to go over to Good Neighbor, but I think I have other cities closer. True poverty. Oh, true poverty. No, we don't have our religion. Okay, we don't have our religion up here in some of our northernmost holdings. Okay. Well, let's prioritize converting some of these cities. Wow, that is a long walk. It's a long walk. Okay. Is that better or is this better? It's probably better to work this tile, I guess. And you guys are mostly just waiting until we have railroad tech. You can head in this direction for right now. All right. What? Oh, come on. No, go back there. Oh, the stupid group command. Split the group. Yeah, there was one guy who was already done, so the whole stack didn't move. Okay. All right, over here. Right up here. Airship Central. We definitely want to farm on that tile. All right. Making progress on radio. Still the 3 turns away. And Deed of Worms, yeah, I need to workshop this tile. We'll build the farm. And these workers can head up there. Okay, yeah, we're just kind of cruising along. You can see our score lead over Zara is continuing to stretch out as we get closer, as like my cities mature. Okay. I'll just build wealth. Do I have any overflow? Oh, you know what I can do? I can Buddhist missionary, and I'll get a lot of overflow, and then I can save that. All right, factory and Mount Buddy. Let's do the levee. There's a lot of levee tiles here. I mean, here, I can turn this into a watermill because that's better. But like, I'm not gonna bulldoze these mature cottages. They're too good tiles to get rid of, so we just keep them in place. All right, all those forest chops actually let me finish the the factory in Lake Wobegon. Lake Wobegon. Now it's up to a whole 6 space production. But if we watermill both of these tiles, too bad we can't do a leve here. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, it said six, where am I getting the 6 production from? Oh, the engineer done. This would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 base production. Factory plus coal plant doubles that to 20. I mean, 20 production per turn can actually like slowly build things. It's not fast, but it can actually like build stuff in some degree of time. Okay, here we go. You need the supermarket. Supermarket here. Ah, Deer Space, yes. My heroic epic city. Well, this will get us 1 health, so it'll get us 1 health, so I'll take it. It'll also give us more trade route income, yay! And I'll build the econ buildings here because we're not in a war at the moment. Alright, Coal Planet Wendy's. Alright. National Park. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 forest preserves here. I might as well do the coal plant. The city actually has pretty good risk, 15 production, and we'll be able to grow onto this for 17. Yeah, I won't be able to work all those tiles, but it's okay. All right, Buddhist missionary. Honestly, you can just go on wealth, I think, for right now. Well, we'll do the Buddhist temple. Get us a little bit more. Strasbourg supermarket. This is another city with monster production. It doesn't even have the coal plant yet. It needs health very badly. And win a oh, you just starve? I already have the supermarket here. Oh, okay. Well, okay. That's less than great. We've got some time though. We can do we'll go for the hospitals next or something. Do you have specialist slots for Wendy's? I think so. I think they'll be able to fill out the specialist slots. If not, we'll be able to build more stuff that enables it. Okay. I mean, we could do the Coliseum, but do we need a Coliseum here? I don't think so. I already got all the espionage, but it's actually making 50 espionage points per turn. It's pretty ridiculous. We'll just put you on wealth then. We'll be back. And so if we're gonna do that, then we might as well do this instead. All right, supermarket. So yeah, you're growing at a reasonable pace. So what, we have 2 turns. We'd like to build something. We'll do the barracks. That'll get us some happiness there. Yeah, we'll go from there. All right, Leve in Angie, which again is super happy. So the question is like, do we build the factory, which is going to give us unhealthiness? I mean, I guess we should. The base production is 49 here. Oh my god. I guess we should, but let's do the. I'll do the aqueduct. Actually, let's do the supermarket first, just to offset that health penalty. Zolson, which city were you talking about? I've obviously jumped ahead to a different city now, so sorry about that. This city just cannot. This poor city just cannot get any health. Alright, yeah, let's get the... I mean, we're getting a lot of production. Hindenburg is a disaster. It really is. Like, Hindenburg is a disaster. If I do the coal... So if I do the coal plant, the city won't grow anymore, but it's already at a point where I don't need it to grow. Plus, I mean, we have this tile right here, so this is fine. This will be pretty far in the negative on health after this finishes, but by the time that it's like a disaster, we'll have like a hospitals or something unlocked. Okay, coal plant. So, supermarket. These supermarkets are coming in very handy. Oh my god, this city's another monster city. I have a lot of high production cities. Okay. Leon, you still... Yeah, you don't have anything... Well, yeah, we'll just do that there. No! It got built? Oh, man. What the heck? Did it get built? Oh, it got completed last. I didn't even see that. Did anyone see that? I didn't even see that. Zara completed. Okay. We were really close to finishing that, too. Well, now I hopefully, fortunately, he'll probably, I mean, he'll trade it to me. You're not getting coal from me. Okay. I mean, that's pretty paltry at this stage of the game. Well, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's not ideal. Well, I mean, he's willing to trade it to us, so that's nice. Cash rush those radio wonders. Can you even cash rush wonders? Did he get a great engineer, or did he just build it? Out of curiosity. Looks like he just built it. Okay. Yeah, we have medicine. We're up medicine, but he actually has every other tech we have. Like he's up railroad, which is actually a slightly more expensive tech anyway. I'm surprised he was able to build a wonder like that so quickly. Broadway, what was Broadway unlocked at again? Electricity. I guess he'd had electricity for a little while. That's disappointing. So yeah, I would think it was only like one turn away from finishing that. Oh well. Just means it's more likely that we can't really go to war. I'm just surprised that Zara is keeping up this well, despite being not as big as me and in a war. But as I said, I've been building factories everywhere. Once I have factories done, I'll be able to go heavy wealth builds, and I should be able to just be able to run it like 100% on the slider. And I don't think he can keep. I don't think he keeps up with that. I could be. I mean, like his culture looks ridiculous, but anyway, we'll see. I mean, I think that my best cities are more production than he can manage. Like, what? Let's see. Where did he actually build the wonder? I'm just curious. He built it in Axum. Okay, Axum is where is it? That's his capital. Okay. I mean, we can look at his. Well, gotta give the man credit. Oh, he's in a golden age right now, isn't he? He's in a golden age, right? Because he's getting 2 production. Right? Isn't that it? He's getting 2 production on this tile. Isn't that golden age? Like, wouldn't he not? He has a. Oh, he has a leve. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, that's a good city. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't think he has. Does he have a factory in here? I don't think he has a factory. Oh no, wait. He okay. Zara, kind of a monster. Okay, he does have a factory in there, doesn't he? Does he have money left? He may have cash rushed it. Yeah, he still has 600 gold. Is that the factory building? Hold on. Turn off the tile yields for a second. I'm trying to remember what I think that is what the factory looks like. Hold on. I just said Wikipedia. So that's the factory, and then coal plant. No, that's ironworks. Okay. Ironworks. Okay. So no, he doesn't have a coal plant, and I don't think he has a factory. So he has ironworks instead. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he has factories across his territory just yet. If I'm wrong, well, there's a factory right there, so maybe I am wrong. But that core of his is pretty. He's got a nice core of cities here. All right, no, he is building the factories. What the heck? Have I mentioned that the AI is not bad in this game? Like they're really not. Considering how complicated Civ is as a game, like they're pretty darn good. Anyway, okay. So while I'm at it, let's go ahead and we'll do a windmill on this tile. Okay. Just gotta give the AI credit, like they're not a joke. Now we can finally work better tiles than these lake tiles. Although Lake Woebegone definitely lived up to its title. Okay, well, we'll see. I think we'll play this session at least long enough to see if we get these wonders. Okay. Send our missionaries off on their incredibly long path. This is what AI was meant for. Yeah, something like that. All right. There we go. Farm. Okay. Now up here at workshop. Ah, look, these guys finally got here in time to do something. All right, so what else can we do here? Sadly, all these tiles that are off the river we can't do a ton with, but we can lumber mill them, I suppose. They also get a bonus to production on late game wonders. Okay, I think I've heard that before. So they also do cheat a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. We're going to be trying our best to hit these late game wonders, and hopefully we'll get them. I think the most important is Eiffel Tower. All right, so you want the wealth for a turn. Supermarket at Jeweled Lake. I think the most important are Christo and Eiffel Tower, because we can trade for the one that gives the happiness resource we can trade for. Zara has shown he's perfectly willing to trade for that. So, I mean, we'd rather get it to deny it to him, but... Anyway, okay. Yes, you can do the coal plant. By the time this is done, we'll probably have a tech that gives us more health anyway. Okay, intelligence agency, we'll do that. Security bureau. Just because. There's our harbor. Amusingly. In deer space. I mean, we can pump out units, but we don't really need more units right now. We're not going to fight anybody. Hopefully. So yeah, why don't you do the bank? It gives us the biggest value. You cannot do a coal plant right now. We need extra. We need more health in here before we can do that. Alright, Zaravate, this will cancel that out. Okay, airstrip essential. So next, we want a cheap building here. This seems perfect. This will get us a lot of, yeah, we'll have like max overflow from this. And we'd like you to keep growing, so this is good. And then we'll grow onto some of these tiles here. Oh, can I can't water, no, I already did all the water mills I can. I can't water mill these tiles, sadly. Now you also need to do something nice and cheap to get overflow. Here. I'll get us as much overflow as we can. And we're certainly taking our time here. You will now need health to avoid horrific starvation. I'm a little hesitant to build the coal plant here. Oh, never mind. You actually have a ton of food over extra food, so that's right. This is the city I had to irrigate for that farming line. Okay. Right, supermarket on the coal plant. Okay. We're going to have lots of money to go straight onto our next tech. Great spy. More great. I mean, this is like a real war over here. Oh, wait, what the? Over there? Wasn't expecting that. Okay. I wasn't expecting him to capture that. Alright, anyway. That finish, or is still work? Did the last worker? Okay, good. Alright, Lake Wobegon. There you go, Lake Wobegon. Not growing fast, but look at that. 10 base production from this terrain. No resources, all tundra and ice, and somehow we get to 10 production per turn plus 3 food per turn. Somehow. Good neighbor needs a missionary, so you can head there. Okay. And this is also going to be turned into a lumber mill, a water mill. You can see it's literally just +1 food, +1 commerce. Okay, up here. So this is better because it gives us another point of food. So I guess the best thing we can do is build lumber mills on these, because if we chop them down, we can't do anything with the tile if we chop them down. Oh, we can mine this tile though. Well, that's worth doing. Oh, but you know what we can do? We can put the chops, we can hold the chop until next turn. And then we can put the chop towards the wonder we're building. Okay. Over here, this is not a commerce city, so we'd prefer to have a workshop on that tile. This is just to get as much production as you can in this city. So we'll workshop that tile. Apparently it was one away from a workshop anyway. Alright, Jewel Lake. We'll just put a lumber mill on this tile while we can. There's not much else we can do. Forest Preserve. So yeah, we'll see which one of these cities, which one has the more production between the two. Looks like Deed of Worms still has the most. And then Airship Central. Because they both have room to keep growing too. Like this one's at 40, is it what, 37 base production? But like we can grow it further. Like it's still increasing in size. I can add these two for another 10 base production. It's only size 11 right now. Too bad it doesn't have one more food bonus here. Like one more food bonus tile would be quite nice. But it doesn't quite have that. Alright. That's just one of our trade deals expiring. Alright. Medicine or railroad. I want the railroads can help me build the wonders a little faster, so. And then we'll do, well, I guess we'll do medicine because the hospitals are better than public transportation. Fort and oil to save a few turns. But I'm not going to do anything with the oil when I connect it. Well, like if I needed to crank out tanks, then yes, but I'm not. It's not like I'm going into building tanks immediately or anything like that. Also, why are you? What's going on here? Why is this city? What's going on? Why is this city? Oh, it grew another size. That's why. Okay. Okay. Well, we need to. I'll send some workers over here. We can do something. I can actually farm this tile, and then that'll give me enough food to work that tile. Okay, yeah, the safe actually grew a size. So now it's on an odd number of tiles. Okay, you can build the coal plant just fine. You're such a sad little city. Like, almost all of my best cities are not in my core, because my core has such bad land. Alright, Greenland. Yeah, just do the Security Bureau. I don't know if you can do the coal plant, but we'll give it our best try. All right. Oh, the railroad's only a 3-turn research. Nice. Strasbourg. This is another good city too. Well, Strasbourg doesn't even have a coal plant yet. Well, I guess it can't really afford it just yet. So if I do this, the city, it'll be okay. The city will be starving, but not by a lot. Okay, Airship Center. Now, most important city, I think, so we can do 10 turns here. Let me put this on well for right now. 10 turns in Airship Central. 8 turns here, and we have Forest Chops. Okay, so we'll do Deed of Worms here. And then we'll do Christo in that other... Yeah, and plus we have a Forest Chop coming in here, too. Not that a Forest Chop does that much at this stage of the game, but... Yeah, that's a lot of production there. So hopefully they don't get beat on that. I hope not. Supermarket here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we might as well start doing the factory at some point, because we're going to need the production. Alrighty, university. God, I have so many cities. So many cities. All right, yeah, okay. So I guess that we've already done most of the basic buildings here. I mean, why don't we do the barracks just because it's a one-turn build, and then we'll get the jail, and I'll come back here after. I'll just do the. I do the espionage buildings just because it makes it harder for the AI to spy on you in the late game, because it's really annoying. All right. I'd rather work that tile. Okay, well, let's get the econ buildings then. Observatory, university. There's levee. Okay. Do this. Coal plant into supermarket. I mean, look at these yields. Another really good city. We know that On the Edge is just like an absurd city. Yeah, this city will take. I mean, this city doesn't have its it's still like it doesn't have its infrastructure done yet, but this is going to be like it'll be able to work these. It'll be able to grow onto these 3 tiles, which will be absurd long term. All right. What do we need next? I'll do the aqueduct, and then I'll probably do the coal plant. Did I already do? I already did the supermarket here. All right. So Eiffel Tower, you are gonna do Christo. 12 turns, unless I can do Christo faster here. Hold on. Go back for a second. It's 12 turns either way. I might be able to get a forest drop in here, though. So I guess I'll do Christo here. Oh, wait. But the other city is still growing. The other city is still growing. So we'll do rock and roll here. Airship Central's still growing, so we can shave a turn potentially off Christo with that. Because like it's going to grow onto this tile in just 2 more turns. Once it hits size 11, I'll work this tile, and then I can fire one of these 3 food tiles, maybe, to work this. Well, that's probably not worth it. Unless it shaves off another turn. Anyway, okay. Did I get all the National Park tiles at Wendy's? Because I think I did. Looks like we do need 3 tiles here for Railroad. All right, so Zara finished radio as well. So it's the same turn race now. We have enough population that we can't lose. Oh, you know what? You know what we're going to do? Hold on. Zara's plus 16 with us. We could let Zara... I'm worried he's going to go for mass media and build the UN and start screwing. But I think even if he builds the UN, I think we'll win the Secretary General election. I might be able to get Wang Khan's vote in the UN too, because he hates Zara so much. I don't think I'm only plus 4, so it's unlikely that I would get his vote. But I was just considering if I had to rush to mass media to try and build the UN, but I don't think I do. I think I'm all right. Anyway, these guys, yes, we still have to go to Best Boreal Boy. That's like the one other city I've been slow to work on here. What's Wang Khan's pop? Well, I don't know exactly. It's not that high. He's actually kind of struggling a little bit here. And he's trading me furs, so I kind of need him not to die. Although if his furs get taken over by Zara, Zara will probably be willing to trade me them, so it's not that big a deal. But yeah, he's kind of... Oh, I don't have his graphs. Well, that's right. I don't have his graphs because I haven't been spending on him. Okay, I don't think I need... I don't want to spend heavily on him because he might die. I'm clearly not going to get city visibility on Zara anytime soon. But this spending ratio seems fine. I wouldn't mind being able to see Mansa's research rate. UN could force a disastrous environmentalism vote. That's true. That would be horrific. But as I said, I don't think that I have significantly more pop than Zara. I have 47%. He has 27%, and there's no way he would ever get. He can't win a UN. He can't win a Secretary General vote because Wang Khan, whatever he has, will vote for me, and that's over 50% right there. Even if Mansa votes for Zara, which I don't think he will because he likes me more. I don't think Zara can win a Secretary General vote. That's why I'm not so concerned about that. I'd rather control the UN, but I also don't want to go for that tech next. So, oh, all right, we finished that. So Mount Buddy now has the levee done. It's a tiny bit of extra food, so that means while we're here, we'll just toss this down in case he ever gets a chance to work on it. All right, Eiffel Tower. I'm gonna chop this forest, which is not nearly as meaningful at this stage of the game. The yield of that tile is only 2. Well, it's still better than this tile, so we might as well work that. And then we will be able to put mines on some of these tiles. I don't know if we can shave another turn off this. It might be worth chopping another forest just to shave another turn off. I think if we chop one more forest, we shave another turn off. So that's probably worthwhile to do. Just to get it down to 7 turns. Oh. Apparently I didn't have this tile roaded. I thought I did, but I did not. So. Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, we really just need a little bit more health here, because we're at 5+5 food per turn right now, and with the extra health, we're really at +7 food per turn here. So that's enough to work all these tiles. So that would be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we have enough food to work all these tiles. While we're at it, though, we'll just workshop this tile. Airship Central is going to be one of my best production cities. So. The UN would be disastrous because it might force us to care about the environment. I know, right? We might actually have to care about the environment. Yes, Oriole boy, you have plenty of extra space on health there. All right, Hindenburg is getting out of the starvation zone. It'll finish this before it starves. Wait, Hindenburg was working some funky specialists, I just realized. You work these tiles. Okay. Did you finish your coal plant? Yeah. And your super, okay, wow. You're actually further along in your infrastructure build than I thought. Customs house. Actually, it seems like it would be worthwhile for the customs house here. Like, that's probably better than the university because it gives us base commerce instead of just a multiplier. Let's do it. Customs house, yeah. The rare spot for it. All right, this one's really straightforward. We'll just go straight onto the coal plant, and then we'll solve the health crisis after that. All right, almost done with railroad. Hindenburg was working, as I said, weird specialist. Where is Hindenburg? Now, I might not have a choice because, yeah, I might not have a choice, but okay, I guess this is right because I can't run like a merchant specialist, so it's better the spy than something else, even though I don't like spy specialists. What other tile would I work there? Still, was weird enough that I wanted to see. All right, over here, Best Boreal Boy. Although we're about to unlock railroad, so I think I have just enough time to finish getting Best Boreal Boy into shape. Might as well mine that tile. Then we're gonna get railroads done. All right, I got a whole bunch of guys here. Well, as I said, we'll chop one of these tiles, unless. How much am I getting? I'm getting 4 from health from forest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The problem is, well, we still need to do a chop. Oh wait, okay. Okay, well, 2 of you guys go there so we can chop that tile. The rest of you, build a lumber mill. Okay, we did the lumber mill. All right. So as I said, I might be able to chop something. We can always mine this uranium tile down here. Meanwhile, chop, farm. It's weird that I can cottage right next to the fresh water, but if I go away from the fresh water, I can't cottage. All right, Zara's doing, okay, he's a 5-turn medicine. So medicine and railroad are the same cost. They're both the same cost, but I'm doing railroad in like 3 turns, and he's taking 5 turns for medicine, so that's good. And I'm still not running like wealth builds. I think I have like a couple, but not many. So that's good. So anyway, we'll check his espionage in a minute to see if he's building, where he's building the wonder, if anywhere. Okay, so Riverside. Yeah, just get me the espionage buildings and then we'll stop. And then we'll run wealth there. I mean, they don't really do much of anything, but it's better than nothing. Deer space. Yep, you just keep working on this. We can always go back to spamming military if we need to. All right. So you are going to need a health building. There's no question about that. On the plus side, your production's now excellent. We'll do the security bureau, and I'll probably do the temples just to make sure I have enough happiness. And then we'll go from there. All right, supermarket. Does that mean we do the coal plant next? I think so. Well, let me do the barracks just to make sure I have enough happiness here. All right, Leve. All right, have we gotten the barbarian? We still have the yearn to join our motherland on happiness. Are you kidding me? We're 128 culture here. Well, we're slowly making progress there. How about you get with the times, man? You're no longer barbarian. You're Persian. All right, university. I didn't even see the text. I just heard the sound effect. I was like, oh, I guess that's a university finishing there. Anyway, all right. I already did most of the other econ buildings. The courthouse is really cheap. We'll do that, and then I guess the 3 espionage buildings. All right, Lima. You know what you're doing. Let's just make sure you need to make sure you don't starve. You got to work this for a couple turns, and then the supermarket will take care of you. All right, let's see. This city is now -5, but we actually have enough. We also would rather run this. So you actually need happiness here. Nationhood will be the bridge until we get more happiness incoming. All right, bank. Look at the health situation, -7. Another coal plant here. Okay. Another good city. We will need more happiness, so we'll need this. All right, aqueduct. 1, 2, the coal plant, which will probably drop us down to like food neutral. But as I said, we'll get. All right. There we go. Maybe that's part of the reason why it was rejecting me, because I didn't have my own. It didn't have my own religion in here. It didn't feel like it was really part of the nation. It didn't feel like it was part of the nation, unfortunately. All right, where are we? Oh, Best Boreal Boy could use some improvement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we can't quite get over there, but that's all right. Best Boreal Boy is getting some cultural pressure too. As I said, we would like to get into free speech. We really would. It could double our culture output. And also get the extra commerce on tiles. It's definitely better than nationhood, but we got to get there. Hopefully we can make it. Okay. Yeah, it's going to end your turn, isn't it? Well. All right, Best Boreal Boy. We can actually start growing now. And I'll move a couple guys onto this tile. Road. Okay, seriously. Now this should shave a turn off. It did. All right, that's my best time. That's 7 turns from discovering the wonder, which I think is pretty good. I think if we don't get a, I think if Zara doesn't get a great engineer, I don't think he beats me to that. I don't. I guess I could chop some more, but I really don't want to chop some more forests here. And then we start building Z railroads, because we're unlocking that next turn. And we might as well start. Oh, that's right. We're going to go to the safe and fix whatever's going on there. All right, Airship Central. Yeah, we'll just start building the railroads here next turn. That's going to be a long and tedious process Building rails across this entire map is going to be very tedious, but we do need them. We need to connect everything together, and we want the extra production. Now, there's not a ton of hill tiles on this map, so there's not a ton of hills. Okay, apparently we have quite a bit of money left over, so we can probably do a turn of 0%. And then we'll grab medicine. We really do need the hospitals. We'll grab medicine. And then I have more of a choice about where to go after that. Then I'll have to think more about that. But definitely need medicine. I'm not in a huge priority to pick up combustion if I'm not fighting someone. Like, I don't need oil if I'm not going to war. I don't think you even need oil to launch the spaceship, honestly. So we might want to go for superconductors. I know it's expensive, but the earlier we get the research labs, the better. And we already... Like, we can do, well, we have to go, never mind, we have the plastics cross-tier requirement, but we could try to head in that direction. We're obviously not researching fascism, excuse me, but like we could do medicine, industrialism. Now that doesn't do anything for us. I'm not going to be building industrial parks because it would be 4 unhealthiness for one free engineer. That's just not worth it. But we do want to see where the aluminum is. It's actually important. And then plastics, because we would like the Three Gorges Dam is actually a huge priority too. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking is medicine. I don't think we need to go combustion because until we need oil, which we don't need at the moment. Like if we're not building tanks, we don't and planes, we don't need it. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna play up until I see whether I get these wonders. Yeah, we're still not the most powerful. Fortunately, this still keeps him at friendly.
I fooled you. I fooled you. I got pig iron. I got pig iron. I got all pig iron.
Anyway, so as we said, medicine next. Yeah, there's nothing else we need to build here. This city, the Hidden Valley's got all the infrastructure it needs, so we'll put this on that. I will need to put a windmill on this tile when the city grows, but I have 11 turns for that. And we'll put it on wealth. There we go. It gives me another 40 gold per turn, like 50-ish gold. 50. Why am I counting it out? It gives us 52 gold per turn. That's pretty nice. All right, supermarket. Okay, so Zarabate has stabilized this little town here. I guess I'll do the espionage buildings because I have nothing else. Trickle down. All right. This city only gets the levy benefit on 2 tiles. I keep seeing the levy and I'm like, oh, I forgot the levy, and then I'm like, wait, it actually is terrible here. We'll do coal plant, and then when it finishes, we can just go into hospital. So, cooked goose. I mean, cities like this, again, this is not a very good city. But even this city, 24 beakers, pays for itself. Like, still positive, even a crummy little city like that. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's not a very good city. Yeah, alright, just keep doing infrastructure. We're just slowly building all these buildings. Still got all that negative. Oh, we are going to need some more happiness here, but by the time that becomes an issue, we should have more happiness coming in. All right, there's the supermarket. So now Mustard can do the coal plant and then go on to a supermarket after that, or a hospital after that, presumably. Oh, and we can, let's, work another tile, another 2 commerce. Supermarket here. All right, Orleans, you just need to now churn out the infrastructure you're missing. Same thing here, another monster city, still growing too. Like, it is not capped out yet, it's still growing. 3 great people merged in too. All right, Marseille. A lot of these cities are right around this. Okay. Yeah, look at all these mature towns. I'm not even working these mature towns. Let's definitely work that tile. I'm trying not to micromanage these too much, but like, let's work these towns so we can keep growing. All right, you need more health. You still have the supermarket to finish, so that's great. That'll get us out of that health penalty. And all right, now we can finally do railroads. So all right, railroads it is. While we're here, we'll chop these. I'll finish up in Best Boreal Boy. All right, so what tiles are you working that we can actually get the Mayan bonus on? This one here. All right. Now we're going to be working on the railroad all the live long day. Same thing here. Oh, I'm not working that tile. 42 production right now. Now, if I moved like to here, do I shave a turn off this? It's 8 turns. No, because like I can put in starvation, but it doesn't even shave a turn off, so there's not much point. I guess none of the tiles I'm working here actually benefit from the railroad. Oh well. Well, in that case, let's just get the connection between the cities, shall we? There we go. Double conversion. Haha. So if you're curious, Works Drift is at 76. The Mahabadi has got 76 cities following it. I don't actually think we can shave another turn off the Eiffel Tower, but I figured I might as well do what I could there. As I said, we'll finish up with this before. Roading across, what are we, Persia? Railroads across Persia. Yeah, I can't really move any of these off. Well, I could move this off to here. That's fine. So we need 1 turn of 0%. And then we can do knockout medicine from there. The only place Industrial Park makes sense is in Wendy's due to the huge number of free specialists. Wendy's is the place for an industrial park. Well, I'm not going to unlock that anytime soon, so... Alright, so over here... Yeah, we need to farm this tile, so... Alright, now, is this city working any tiles that would benefit from this? No, it is not. Unfortunately. Cost 3,000 gold to rush by rock and roll. But, because we will work this tile eventually, we'll put a railroad on it. Oh wait, that's right, it's 3 on a tundra tile. It's 2 on a normal tile. Okay. Finger crossed, 4 turns. All right, so here's let's go ahead and look and see if Zara is building. So it looks like Aksum is building a wonder. He's got 4,500 production in there. Okay, Gondar has 11,500. That's concerning. So Gondar is building a wonder. There's no chance. Yeah, you can see most of the production costs are really low. So Gondar is definitely building something. There is a formula you can use to work backwards, but I don't know what that is. So hopefully he's not building something before we can finish. Does he have the factory in there? Is that the factory or coal plant? The 3 smokestacks, I can't remember. That is the coal plant, so that means he has the factory in there. Okay, so he has factory, coal plant, unfortunately, in here. And this city is a lot of... Yeah, this city... Okay. A lot of... He's also in state property. He's also working... I mean... I don't know what he's building in there. I hope it's not... What's it called? I don't have a spy, unfortunately. I don't have a spy to, like, run down here and try to sabotage. I mean, if we're lucky, he's... So I don't think that I don't think I don't think Aksum can beat us to a wonder. I'm very concerned about Gondar beating us. I just hope that whatever he's going for. I hope if he gets a wonder that it's rock and roll. I hope, and that it's not Eiffel Tower or Christo. That's the hope anyway. Maybe he's going. Maybe he's going for. Maybe he's going for what's it called? Rock and roll, because it adds plus 50% culture, and that would be one of his legendary cities. That's the hope. Hopefully, it's not Eiffel Tower. That said, I'm worried it's Eiffel Tower because he has so much increased production in there. I mean, there's nothing we can do. We just have to wait and see. I guess that's like the drama for this stream: is he going to land one of these wonders or not? Now we do have a lot of gold here. We might be able to rush by. We might be able to rush by this wonder with the gold that we have accumulated here, because we are in universal suffrage. Okay, Greenland doesn't have anything else to build at this point, so we're on wealth. Convert over to merchant specialists because they give us more money. Meanwhile, here, yeah, we'd like to we'll just get the extra trade route income. Sure, why not? That's silly. Coal plant, all right. We can solve our health unhappiness. Best Boreal Boy. What did we finish? Oh, because we got all those chops, so we finished the coal plant. All right. I don't know that you need the supermarket, but we don't have anything else to build, so why not? It'll give us +1 food, so it's not bad to build. Panama, do you have a health building? No, you don't. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Well, we can also do this. I don't know that I want to do the coal plant just right now until I can get some more health. So we can do the aqueduct, and then we can do the coal plant. Hangi. We do not have a health building here, so actually, you know what? Let's do the library. It's so cheap, and then I'll just queue up a bank after it. We're still not hurting on stuff to build, are we? All right. Get this, and then the jail, and then we'll come back here after that. Trying to do at least a little queuing up in some of these cities ahead of time. All right. Let's pull this off. Oh, wait, no, we don't want to starve, do we? Okay, well, I guess we have to come back after we can build a hospital. Supermarket, okay. You can do the coal plant now. Wait, this is a sad city. This is a sad city. I guess we're going to work. You know what? That's going to take so long. To the library? No. We'll get it eventually. We'll do the coal plant. That'll put you in negative health, but then it'll let us build the apothecary fast after that. Wow, this is a turn. We finished a lot of buildings this turn. Finished a lot of buildings this turn. I'd rather have you working that tile. All right. Okay. I mean, it's good that we're finishing all this infrastructure, so like it's not bad or anything. Do you have a health building to construct? No. Well, you will. You will eventually. Just knock those out. You note that it goes through, and the cities I captured from France are the last one. At the end of the French War, are the last ones that pop up in the turn order. Okay. Alrighty. He built the Pentagon. Ah, that's what he was building. That's why he was so far along. Because he was building the Pentagon in there. Okay. Okay. So he built the... Okay, so he's actually not that close. The 5,500... So he had like, what was it, like 11,000 was how much that cost for the Pentagon, right? Where is the Pentagon? That's all the way back here at assembly line. So that was when... So when he had... It was like 12,000 sabotage production was like 1,200 production. Okay. So that means he's not close to one of these other wonders just yet. Maybe the rock and roll? He's closest on rock and roll. 6 turns away. If he's building rock and roll. I'm only 3 turns away on Eiffel Tower. I think we could actually rush by it this turn if we wanted to, but... Oh, I can actually rush by Christo for only this much? Okay. Okay. I actually make 1,800 per turn. Okay. So, I think I'm safe on Eiffel Tower because I can do that in 3 turns. I am not as confident about Christo, and I want this wonder. I think I'm going to rush by Christo. Because if I don't get rock and roll, it's like whatever. But I might be able to rush by rock and roll shortly thereafter too. So I think I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna rush by this. I think I get Eiffel Tower. Does Kremlin discount the rush by? It does. Yes, it does. And I did build Kremlin, didn't I? Do I have the Kremlin? I do. Ah, yes, yes, it does. Okay. So yeah, let's do it. This is only like one slightly over 1 turn's worth of gold for me because I make so much money. Let's do it. And then we'll turn medicine research on the following turn. Yeah, and then we'll turn medicine research on the next turn. Cool. Okay. Meanwhile, now we're back to working on the railroad again. I absolutely hated how the game will just jump around the map when you're doing railroading. Absolutely hate it. Okay, so we need to get a railroad over to the real poverty points. Oh, we already finished that? Okay. In that case, come down here. Like a lot of workers scurrying around. What's also annoying is a lot of these, like a bunch of these anime. Yeah, like look at this. Like, can I just stay in the same part of the map? It's like here, 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 here. It's like, can we just stay in the same part of the map? It's so disorienting to have that happen. I like, I'm literally getting dizzy playing the game here because it like won't just stay consistent. Anyway, we did that. Um, this town needs a railroad then. Dear Lord. ADHD workers indeed. Okay. We'll put a railroad on this town. Oh my god. As I said, I'm literally getting dizzy here. I can't do this. I can't do this. We're jumping to every part of the map every 2 seconds. It's really disorienting. Can we just stay on the same part of the map, please? Like, geez. Okay. So I connected these cities together. We'll get this tile. I don't know if we're gonna work this tile, but let's at least get it while we're here. All right. Okay. So we railroaded that tile. Have we had any global warming? Just that one. Just that one tick is all. Okay. Maybe just automate the workers. No, I'm too... I realize that it's a little bit silly, but I want to get at least the Elba cities connected before I just tell the AI to just do nonsense. I don't trust the AI to do the workers. All right, we'll railroad this one while we're here. I just don't trust it. Okay. All right, so we got that done. Unfortunately, that's the only tile I can farm here at the safe. That means we can now do this. Okay. And we can railroad this, so we will. Okay. Did we get this tile? No. All right. Okay, good news is Christo's guaranteed because we know the player always wins same turn tie breaks. By the way, does this city have any culture? No. We really should get something in there. Like a theater, just so we can hopefully control our own first string tiles. Look at this, Saxons culture is all the way out here. It's 60% culture. All right, so the question is just, will we get Eiffel Tower? We only need to survive one more inner turn, and I'm pretty sure we do. What? Wow, another? No, stop. I mean, he is like determined to become my enemy with these demands. All right, time for another billion trade spam request. All right. Well, now we need to fix the health issue here. I never thought Lake Wobegon would have that problem, but this will solve the... Well, we'll do the aqueduct then, probably into that. At least it's not starving. Oh, okay. I didn't think that this would be quite so much of a problem. Did you just lose some more? You might have just lost another tile. I think you just lost another tile to the AI. I mean, yeah. Okay. Okay, I could use a chance to get free speech here. Oh wait, didn't we just finish Christo? Does that mean we can just go into free speech right now? Okay, Strasbourg. Although I think we actually need the happiness from the barracks until we can finish, until we finish Eiffel Tower. I think we actually need the happiness there. Okay, you also. Well, let's do a little bit more happiness just for. All right, there we go. There's Christo. But we can get out of theocracy. We don't need to. Well, actually, no. I need to stay in theocracy, or I just remembered I need the shared civic benefit, or Zara drops out of friendly status with me. So I kind of need to stay in this, unfortunately, even though it's not doing anything. I just remembered that. Now I know he's in a war right now, but I don't want him plotting war with me. I really don't want to fight this guy. It would be a nasty, nasty war if I have to fight him. Okay, so we got Christo done. That's big. Almost done Eiffel Tower. And then rock and roll. We're trying to get that. This city just needs infrastructure here. Apothecary, okay. So that means you still have the supermarket to do. Like this city, you can see this city is like at the, oh my god, this, can we get rid of the yearn to return to the motherland? Are you kidding me? Like how long is this gonna take? Do we have to get over 50% Persian nationality? This is ridiculous. I have 158 culture here. Well, if we get into free speech, it'll help with that too. Bank, okay. University. Customs house. I think I really feel like that's a bug. I don't think that you're supposed to get that. I really don't. Okay, we'll do the apothecary first. It's pretty cheap. All right, supermarket. Now we just knock out. Let's make sure we get the happiness buildings done. All right. Okay. So again, Zara, he's definitely building a wonder in Aksum, but he's at 6,000 production, so that means he's at like 600-ish. If he's building rock and roll, he's going to beat me to rock and roll, but I don't think I do not think he can get to Eiffel Tower. We'll also have to see if we finish Eiffel Tower and then that production drops away, that means that was the wonder he was building. We can purchase this for, you know what? We can purchase, let's just purchase this next turn too. You know what? We'll just do this. And then we can purchase that next, we can purchase the wonder next turn. Because remember, the player wins all same turn tie breaks. I don't mind sacrificing like one turn of income so that I get this wonder. All right. Railroads. We're also almost about to finish the national park, which is going to be hilarious too. Okay. Okay, the R button builds the railroads. So. All right, did we finish this? No. All right, we're on the other side of the world. I don't care. Some of you guys can build a rail connection this way. Okay, and then some of you can go to the south here. Oh wait, that's right. I had to go. I had to connect to true poverty points. Okay. I just like basically ignored this city, true poverty point, because it's a sad little town. All right. Oh, are there any tiles I need to improve here that get the bonus production? I don't think so. I actually don't have a lot of mines. I don't have a lot of mines, and I have some lumber mills, but I don't have a lot of mines on this playthrough. There's just not enough food to build tons of mines. Okay, I mean we're making pretty good progress. I have a lot of workers, so I can make progress pretty quickly at connecting, building the rails. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything here? I don't need to run a railroad down in that direction as well. Okay. We already built that? Okay. Alrighty then. Well, let's go build over to this tile so we get the +1 production on the mine. Alright. So let's see. We got that connected. More true power. Alright, now this city is just sad. Let's see if we can help it out at least a little bit. And go connect that. Alright. So, if things go according to plan, we're going to get both wonders on turn 355. That's the hope. I wonder what Zara's researching now. We can see his research, though, just barely. 13,000 espionage points to see his research. He still has spent way more on espionage than we have, even with me getting all this. Alright. Just need to dodge this inner turn. Okay, intelligence agency done. Security bureau. National Park and Wendy's. All right, yep, here we go. National Park. Okay. And I'll take the spies over the citizen. Okay. Why are we starving here? I don't know why we're... Oh, because we're apparently not working that tile. Okay. You know what? I don't like spies. I don't like spies. Okay. There we go. National Park. I rarely build it. Okay. Well, we'll do the supermarket. Oh, we have another tile here that we could do. Oh, no, we never mind. We did a national, did a specialist there. Definitely need medicine in this city. Okay. Lima. Desperately trying to be a city, despite not much. Okay, what did we just finish? I don't know. We're building the university here next. Although we should be working this tile. Coal plant here. Okay. At some point, we're gonna be past the point where we're building all the infrastructure, and then these turns won't take quite so long because it takes so long for me to build everything in every city right now. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Oh, he went environmentalism. He went. Oh, he dropped out of state property to go environmentalism. What the heck? All right. Well, he just went into anarchy, so he doesn't make any progress this turn. That's good. Okay, Wendy served up an extra value meal. Indeed. Okay. I just got a text message, but it wasn't anything super important. All right. Just to be safe, I don't want to lose this wonder. Let's just be absolutely safe. It's worth, this is like 1 turn's worth of income. It is 100% worth just to make sure we land this. Okay. We can get medicine in 2 more turns anyway. Yeah. Oh, he's going to industrialism. Okay. Okay. Well, I think we're following him on the tree. I think we're going industrialism, plastics, computers, superconductors. 3 turns of income? No, a 0%. A 0% turn is like 2,000, so it's like 1 turn's worth of income to do that. Yeah. Now, granted, am I running a lot of wealth builds? Yes, but I'm going to be doing more and more wealth builds as time goes on. I only have 6 cities on wealth builds. It's not a ton. I'm going to have like 35 cities on wealth builds before much longer. Just you guys wait and see. So, all right. Yeah, so we're just building a connection through here. Okay, why don't you come over here? I remember I am going to need to build a windmill over here. So let's have some of you build the road connection in that direction. Oh my god, it's like an army of ants on the map right now. We already have it connected. Okay. All right. Another one of you guys pop over there. Okay. The rest of you. Let's continue heading down this way. Just gotta keep all this different stuff in mind as we leap around the map. Did we build the railroad there yet? No. Not yet. Okay. So the safe did get 2 more production, which is actually significant because it went from 8 to 10, and like that's actually more production. So, oh, we're also going to need another windmill. So let's just do that while we can, because when it grows, it'll need a windmill. So I'll just put one on this tile here. As we again jump to another part of the map. Serfdom would actually speed this up a decent amount, but okay. Oh, this way. All right, now the rest of you continue going in this direction. Does Strasbourg have anything that needs to be? I don't know. Nothing here gets. Oh no, that gems mine does get boosted by a railroad. All right, now we're on the other side of the map again. Hooray. And then that'll be connected next turn. All right, so we got trickle down. Now let's connect down to Rome. I'll just trickle down of any. No, there's no tiles there that get boosted by a railroad. Where am I on the map? Okay, up here. Okay. Please stop confusing me so much. Oh my god, please just stop. I'm so disoriented. You come over here. All right, but we did it. Like, we did it. We actually got the tool because we remember the player wins same turn tie break. So we have Eiffel Tower and we have rock and roll. I'll play 1 more turn because I want to revolt into free speech. And then hopefully that'll solve our culture woes. This will be a nice stopping point. Rock and roll. And even though I said this stream was going to be shorter, it still went almost 3 hours. Still went almost 3 hours. But we're in a very strong position now. I really don't think Zara can outrace me to space, and like I don't really want to fight this guy. It's going to be too tedious. He's 28 turns on industrialism, so I'm not quite sure what he's doing. We'll just be wealth for 1 turn because then we're going to build a hospital in here. His top 3, oh, you mean his top 3 culture cities? I think his lowest one's at like 16k culture. So like he's making a little progress, but I don't think he's nearly close enough. If it starts looking like he's getting closer, then we can start building military. All right, Jewel Lake, you also are going to want to do a hospital. Jewel Lake's actually turned into a pretty nice city. Oh, we did the customs house here. That's funny. All right. Supermarket. Poor city is hurting. This will solve the starving, but it takes 10 turns to get there. How much are we losing to food? Yeah, we need to do. We actually need to do this because this will slow the starving down to just 1 food per turn. Rome. All right. You have enough food that you will not run out before getting there. And this city's still growing. All right. There's Eiffel Tower. Yay. It's been a long, hard game, hasn't it? This has not been an easy game. Too bad I have to turn off the sound for YouTube purposes. Those were really big. Now we're going to make a play for, what's it called? Next big wonder is the Three Gorges Dam. This city would also be a great Ironworks candidate. Because this city is just an absolute monster. 53 base, and like it's still growing. It can grow onto this tile, it can grow onto these. Like it can still get bigger too. Also, we should probably work this tile. Need to get some more health though. Alright. Coal plant, do the supermarket. So many cities. Okay. No. The game is like, spy specialist? I'm just like, no. Now the problem is if I do the coal plant, it's going to starve. I don't want to lose a size here, so we'll do the other building first. And you're done. Oh no, you still have the security bureau to do. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to do wealth, and then next turn I'll swap you over to a hospital. Because I don't care about the espionage building. I really don't care about, like, at all. Constructed a factory in Schlieffenplan. This city actually does need this engineer specialist because this city is a rather sad customer. We'll do this, then we'll do the coal plant. Yeah, I'm like, most of my cities now have most of their infrastructure done. They're not completely done, but like they're mostly done at this point. And then we'll do the hospital there. Okay. All right. So I would really like to move out of theocracy, but if I drop theocracy, I will lose the shared. I will drop out of friendly status with Zara. I do not want that. I don't want to drop out of that. So I think we have to stay in that. But what we can do is we can drop out of nation. We don't need free speech. I was mostly keeping that because I needed the happiness, but I would have gone sooner. But now that we have this, now we have hit musicals and hit singles. So now we can, we got another 2 happiness. So the 2 happiness that we just picked up from the hit singles offsets the loss of nationhood. So free speech it is. Now this does increase our civic maintenance cost. Like there is a cost to that, but I think it's going to still be worthwhile. From 286, so it's like 61. Let's just see what our 100% research rate. So we're currently at 2,310 at minus 235. Yeah, so our costs, like we're losing more money. Okay. Well, Wangkon does seem to be dying. So that's a thing. Yeah, Zara does seem to be killing Wangkon, but now if we could ever actually see Wangkon's demos, that would be another story, but it's not. We might need to build more military at some point. We might have to start buying furs from Ethiopia soon. Yeah, seriously. Although if we can get, we wouldn't need them as if we could get this last mass media wonder, we wouldn't need that. I will ignore mass media for the time being, but I can always race there if Zara starts going for it. All right. So anyway, we increased that up to 2,600. Our GMP is now 4,800 something. So now we're comparable to him. Look at our production though. We have a look at the production in Food Edge. That's massive, absolutely massive. Soldier count is about the only thing we're behind in, and like we could crank military, but I'm kind of hoping we won't have to. All right. Anyway, so we'll finish medicine on this turn, and now I'm just gonna finish out the turn with all the infinite workers moving around the map. And then next, I mean, our numbers won't look as good once I drop the wealth builds, but it's in favor of building, what's it called? There we go. Okay, so you guys, I want 3 of you to pop on this other, wait a minute, what? Do we already have this? We already have this one roaded? Okay, never mind then. All right, let's just help out True Poverty Point so it's not quite as much of a disgrace. Because I want this, like I have the workers here. I don't, the railroads are not time sensitive or anything. So we'll help that out. All right, is Hindenburg working this tile? Yes, it is. So we definitely want to railroad that. Get it 1 extra production. It's not a lot, but it's still something. Oh, cool. Now we're on the other side of the map again. Okay. That wasn't disorienting at all. Anyway. Let's see. So you can move in this direction. Working on the railroad all day. Okay. Meanwhile, you can come up here. Let's make sure this is railroaded. Did we get that? I think we did. Okay. All right. Oh, now we're back here again. Okay. Well, let's finish that lumber mill. Come on. Come on. There we go. At least makes it a somewhat decent tile, a 1-3 tile. It's still not a good tile, but it's like a grassland hill mine from the early game. Apparently didn't finish this one. It's actually kind of hard to see the railroad graphic in the tundra. Like, look, it's kind of hard to visualize that. Yeah, if he kills Wang Khan, we'll lose furs, but then we'll just be able to get them from Zara, presumably. So it's not that, I don't think it's that big of a deal overall. Okay, so good stuff. I mean, our score lead has climbed pretty significantly over Zara. And as I said, most of my infrastructure builds are done, so I think we're in pretty good shape here. Medicine finishes between turns. We've got, when we're running at full blast, we're making, what is it, 2,600 beakers per turn? 2,600, yeah, that's pretty good. And we'll definitely be able to run that with wealth builds. So with the standard 20% bonus, if you don't know, the standard formula is you get bonus beakers based on how many arrows there are. Most techs have 1 arrow, so you typically get 20% more beakers than what's displayed on the interface. With that bonus, we're getting about 3,000 beakers per turn, a little over 3,000 at like max rate. So, you know, that's industrialism is 4-turn research. You know, even like superconductors is only 4 turns. I mean, fusion's the most expensive tech in the game. That's barely a 4-turn research. Like once we put everything on wealth, we can we'll be able to run 100% science. So and we'll be able to get the labs soon too. So I really don't think we have too much more to go. We've kind of almost gotten through all our infrastructure, and then we can just power our way to the finish. And unlike the AI, we understand that we do not have to go for the laser poison pill and advanced flight and stealth. The infamous stealth poison pill from AI Survivor, we're smart enough that we don't have to head that direction. So we also do have the chance to get a late game golden age. We can get to fusion first with the great engineer, and we can get something that's not a scientist or an artist. we can run the 4-person golden age, which would be, really, really nice. I think we're reasonably close. Oh dear, who's a great person in 5 more turns. I mean, what? So we would want prophet, merchant, spy. Not great odds, but about 40% to get one of them. So, not impossible. All right, I'm going to save it here. Next week, there will almost certainly not be a stream because it's the day after the Christmas holiday. So we'll probably pick this up in 2 weeks. Thanks everybody for popping in today. Not a nail biting stream, but just kind of like a nice chill one. We got all the wonders we wanted except Broadway. And honestly, I could have gotten that, but I didn't even think Zara was contesting it. I learned my lesson. So I hope you guys have a great week. Enjoy the holidays, and I'll probably see you guys in 2 weeks. Take care. Bye.